Live from Studio 6B in the Fimple Recreational Center for the Fashionably Exasperated, it's Pran Funkels Live. And now, join us for lots of prank phone calls. Pran Funkels, welcome.
Live.
It's January 25th.
Yeah, I guess instead of typing this in the chat, I'll say it on the show, but...
You thought it was January 24th? It is the 25th. It's about to be the 26th.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
your day off. So no, I got that right.
Well, you know what it was, is I'm so used to when we do this, at least without Kira, and it's usually after midnight, but we still date the show for
and you let it all
Saturday.
Hang out. Do you let it all hang out after midnight? So
that's what I was like, assuming it was past midnight.
Okay.
And I was like, oh,
he forgot.
I don't know. I guess that doesn't make a lot of sense either, because it's been the
always
25th all day. But.
Yeah, well, it's always this Saturday. So anyway, welcome to the show, and I'm just hosting the session there. And
yeah. So by the way, Kira's not here, as you might be able to tell. And my Mike was going to try to join, but guess what he did? Conked out.
He conked out. Well,
let me unmute something, and
I'm thinking that this might be in order. One of these. Yeah.
Did that sound okay on your end?
Yes. Well, I played the Paperboy thing.
Okay.
Could you hear that?
Yeah. It's like the audio I hear on the phone app sounds like it's like everybody else sounds kind of distorted, and then when I listen back to the show, I sound kind of distorted, so it's weird.
Interesting.
I need to get my my previous phone, which was an iPhone. I need to get that out and see if I sound better on the Zoom app on that, assuming it'll still turn on.
Why would you though? Do you think you don't sound good on this one?
Because Mike sounds really good when I hear him on the show.
You sound pretty good to me right now.
He's using the same headset.
Right.
Well, when you listen back every time, like everybody but me sounds a lot more clear. It sounds like there's like a filter on me or something.
I don't know.
It sounds like a lower audio bit rate or something, like everybody else is a 256 or whatever.
That's interesting. I don't know if I've ever noticed that.
Then I'm 160 or something.
I do notice that you always seem to cut through everybody, which is good. And that's something, if I'm not hosting, like anytime I've ever not been hosting, it's like I'm like low man.
In my basement.
What?
I cut through people. In my basement, I'm cutting through people.
and you're doing a little dance. Tell us about that, Mr. Bill.
Well, hit it, Q Lazarus.
Oh boy. And
what's the name of that song?
I can't remember.
About horses.
Yeah, something horses, or wild horses, or I don't know.
No, I think I thought that before, but it's not. It's like, I don't know. Goodbye Horses. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, I think that's it too.
Somebody in the chat probably knows.
Goodbye Visible Genitalia.
Yeah, that goes along with the dance that he's doing there.
So before the show, I was just saying, like, we've kind of stopped doing little mini tributes to celebrities dying because there's just so many of them that keep dying, and but there is one that I had thought of. It goes a little like this.
Oh God, there is no fucking drummer better than Neil Peart! It ain't easy being cheesy.
That was Chester Cheetah in his shitty apartment, chopping up some Cheetos on a mirror and snorting them while listening to Rush and exclaiming...
And mispronouncing Neil's last name.
It's not Pert?
It's Peart.
Peart? Okay. I think
Yes.
that's kind of one of those arguments that like nerds have, like about
Yeah.
GIF and GIF.
I've just heard.
I think I've heard
Yeah.
people actually say Peart too. So.
But officially, it's Peart. Or
Peart.
it's Peart is probably
Peart.
like
Like
Canadians would probably say it more like that.
Yeah, maybe. So
Or British folk.
Neil Peart.
Or
Peart.
Irish or Scottish or something.
Neil-
Someone with a plumbing company.
We'll just say Neil died a few weeks ago, or whenever that was, and
Peart, yes.
then Terry Jones from Monty Python died just last week, right? So don't really have anything pulled up. Monty Python was one of those shows that I saw as a small child. I was remembering watching. Cody, do you remember when we were kids? Like, I don't know. And this was, you probably don't even remember this. When I was like really little, the local PBS channel. Now if you put it on PBS in the evenings, it's always like, last of the summer wine and just some. It's always some. I mean, on certain nights, not every night, but it's some British, humorous stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what. And sometimes it's a mystery thing.
Are you being bloodied?
Yeah. So
Tell me sorry.
it's always some like not very good British stuff. So I don't know, but
Well, it just maybe if you actually sat down and watched. I mean, it probably takes
I don't know.
about 16 episodes to get into it, and then you've seen every episode that they made, and then you can watch the Christmas special and
between 1977
finally be
and
into it.
the 16 episodes they made between 1977 and 95. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so as a kid,
They pulled a Mr. Rogers, which, by the way, in the Pran Funkels corrections department.
Here we go. Here we go.
And this isn't necessarily that I was wrong, but I was kind of like, talking about on a show not too long ago how Mr. Rogers would make a new episode every once in a while, like there'd be years in between. And I guess I've heard people talk about him on podcasts and stuff, and I realized from hearing people say, like, when 9/11 happened, he made a new episode to deal with it. So I think it was more, when there was something like that he felt it was necessary to make a new episode about. So that's kind of, I can't criticize him for that.
Yeah.
Just semi-retirement, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you get so many episodes, and it's like, Mr. Rogers talks about being bored with doing his show. Yeah. Or something. No, I don't know. But
yeah, well, because like when you'd see it, you'd see that there were just a ton of like 70s and 80s episodes.
Yeah.
And then at some point,
I
think he just officially stopped making a new one every however often.
Yeah, he definitely wasn't doing as many per year, or he took some years off. I don't know, but anyway.
Sorry, I butted.
That's okay. We were talking about PBS TV, and I was talking about some early memories of PBS TV. One of those was when SCTV would be shown on, and that was. Our parents would watch that, and I remember it being shown on the local PBS station. The old SCTV that before it was picked up by NBC, like the 70s SCTV with Harold Ramis. And anyway, but aside from that, I also remember seeing something that that I really thought was funny was Moj Benny Hill. So
Mhm.
so they would show Benny Hill, and just of course as a child, like a guy running around making eyebrows at the camera and smacking a little guy on the bald head was pretty funny to me. But so there was Benny Hill, and there was something called the Dave Allen Show, and it was like kind of just a talk show format that I would watch too as a child. I don't know why.
I don't remember that.
I was a weird kid. Yeah, that was like when I
Must
was
have been before my time.
Yeah, I was really little, and then I looked that up at some point. The Dave Allen Show was like from the late '60s and early '70s, and it was all this stuff was being rerun way later, of course. But along with those, they would. Do you remember they would show Monty Python too? And of course,
I do maybe just more hearing about it than actually,
yeah.
I want to say I have a foggy memory of it, but it may just be because of hearing about it as a kid.
Right. And let me see if I can pull up. And I have
I
this
definitely remember Benny Hill, and and the Three Stooges being played on a certain local channel.
yeah, that stuff
That
moved,
was
moved later.
But I remember as a small kid, I'm pretty sure I mixed up Benny Hill and Monty Python. I say it's
okay.
small kid because a lot of adults do that, and
Right.
it's kind of, I don't know, maybe
The
that's a
adults mix
nerdy
up
thing to think people are stupid who don't know the difference.
You're saying that
But-
there's people that mixed up Benny Hill and Monty Python. That's what you're saying?
Oh, I've heard a lot of people do it.
What the hell?
Or you start talking about Monty
That's-
Python and they're like, they think that you're talking about Benny Hill, or they think it's the
What?
same thing. Like,
Yeah, that's bizarre.
it's one of those things that, stupid people do. Or, yeah, I mean, anybody who doesn't know the difference between those two shows is just fucking stupid.
Yeah, go fuck yourself. No, but so one of my early, not really.
I've had like multiple conversations with people, with adults, where I mention Monty Python or something, and they either have the shows mixed up, or they will say something like, "Well, I didn't really watch that, but I watched Benny Hill." Like it's the same kind, like as if it's the same kind of show.
I say, anyone for tennis?
It's not.
Oh, super! What fun! I say, Lionel, catch!
Okay, so that was the first thing I ever remember seeing when Lionel there gets hit in the face with a tennis ball and blood starts gushing out of his face.
Who was in that scene there?
That was, I think it was Michael Palin getting hit in the
I
face
say,
there.
anyone
Yeah.
for tennis? Oh, super!
Eric
what
Idle?
fun! I say,
Yeah.
Lionel, catch!
And, like blood just starts
I say-
gashing. Sorry. But anyway, I remember seeing that as a kid and just being like, that just blowing my mind. Like, what in the fuck? And just like, and
Yeah, I do remember seeing like the animations of Terry Gilliam.
yeah, that too. Like, yeah.
I remember
that's
those being really, thinking those were really weird as a little kid, because
Yeah.
they are.
Yeah.
It turns out they are.
Yeah. It turns out that's probably something a kid shouldn't be watching.
Maybe
but maybe.
I don't think there was much to actually try to understand about them,
Right.
But as a kid, I thought there was something I wasn't getting or something.
So anyway, and I remember like kind of watching these British shows or whatever, and our mom, kind of like at some point going like, that these are dumb, these are stupid or something. And you remember our uncle being like being over, and I remember him just visiting one time and like mentioning like, or maybe I flipped it over to like that PBS and Monty Python was on. He was like, "Oh, this is great," and so anyway, like
Well,
he was a big fan of it. So,
He regularly watched all of the British shows that they played on PBS.
right. So anyway, R.I.P. Terry Jones, not Gilliam. Thank God that he's Gilliam's getting up there too, and I think Terry Jones was. I think he was not doing well health wise. So for a while.
Yeah, and I'd kind of forgotten that was in the news a while back.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So anyway, it's just Cody on here, and I'll probably sign off here after a while. So it may just be Cody doing a solo show for a while. So,
which should be interesting.
Yeah, it's been a while since you did one of those, huh?
A shrubbery! Is there anywhere in this town where we could buy a shrubbery? Firstly, you must find another shrubbery!
That's another clip.
Yeah. I mean, here's the deal. I used to watch it when I was a kid, kind of in passing, and
that's from the movie. Anyway.
Okay. But as far as like, I never watched it like religiously, but when BBC, there's this BBC America channel here, and they used to have marathons on, back 10, 15 years ago, and there would be times when I would just like, if I didn't have much going on over a weekend, I would just like lay on the couch and watch just episode after episode, and just kind of like.
I did some of that back then too.
Yeah, so it's kind of fun just watching those and knowing that kind of drawing the similarities between that and Mr. Show, which is basically you have. We've talked about this before. You have like Monty Python nerds, and I'm using that term, affectionately. I'm not calling you dorks and idiots or anything, if you are fans of Monty Python. But you had the Monty Python nerds, who went around quoting it. And it's like then you had, like us. We're like the Mr. Show nerds. Like we know all the Mr. Show shit. So in Mr. Show, come to find out, if you couldn't tell. Bob and David and all, a lot of their guys were heavily influenced by Monty Python. So,
Yes.
that I remember just kind of watching those and realizing how similar the especially certain Mr. Show sketches were. This one I
was gonna look for something on YouTube, and it was already in the search. So I'm pretty sure you've already recently searched for it. Like in the last few minutes, probably. That was kind of funny to see.
What's that?
Well, we're both logged into the same account, so like I started to type something in the search on YouTube, and then it was purple and auto-filled, which is weird for it to have that happen. Like. And I was like, have I already searched for this? But then I was like, oh. Because then I saw Bloody Tennis. And I know I didn't search for that.
You saw what?
Bloody Tennis, or Monty Python Bloody Tennis.
Yeah, somebody had put in blood. Yeah, I was trying to remember it because that was something I saw as a kid and was like, what the fuck? I mean, it kind of scared me because I was like, what in the fuck am I watching here? Imagine being a kid and... But
a kid or stupid people, it scares you. Kind of like a kid or stupid people mix it up with Benny Hill.
Right.
When something is different that you're not familiar with, it just scares the shit out of you.
This right here. I was watching this earlier tonight. We had a few people over, and somebody one of our friends turned this on this certain episode.
What was his first and last name?
I can't give that, but I can give his phone number. Here it is.
Well, his name was George Pye, but he also went by...
His name is George Glass. Yeah.
George Pye. The legal Christian name of Mr. Pimple J. Toad.
George Pye is his name. Okay.
Yes.
I didn't think that...
It is.
Did you see the stream last night?
On the arcade, if you watch the intro on the arcade, it says there. It has a bunch of information.
Did you see me play Battletoads last night? The arcade?
No. Unfortunately, I
played a whole bunch of MAME stuff, but somebody had this on earlier today. One of our friends had this on, and I was just kind of noticing, or I was just mentioning that, like, this is maybe one of the most like Python-esque Mr. Show sketches here. I'll just play it.
Yes. Thank you. Okay, all right, I got you. Jesus. Send him in.
Yeah, definitely.
Flane?
Yes, Mr. 12.
Yes, sit down, please. Flane, I'm going to call you Jerry.
John.
Jimmy. Jim.
John.
Jim John.
John.
Jim John, I had a man look over your files and talk to a man who'd seen him, and he told me what he thought, and I liked what that man heard.
Oh, great.
You are currently making $47,000 a year?
Yes, sir.
Well, how would you feel about a raise of $20,000 a year and the use of a company car?
Oh, that is terrific, sir. A $20,000 raise and a company car.
Yes, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. Flane, this company is downsizing, and Todd, with your recent raise, and I understand you got a car?
Yes, sir.
Well, we simply can't afford you anymore. I'm sorry, but we're going to have to let you go.
Well, I don't understand.
I'm sorry, we're downsizing.
No, but you...
Downsizing. Here's a written recommendation. Best of luck to you. Flane, listen, come back and sit down, please. Oh, jeez, listen, I know what you're going through. I know you're out of work, Andy. Hell, it's all over the office. Bill, you've got a lot of great qualities. Gary, you're a good listener. You're easy to fire, and let's face it, you're available. Archibald, I could get you $12,000 if you stayed here.
12,000?
Great, you got some kind of recommendation? Ah, Mr. Twill. Well, I'll just give myself a call. Don't worry, I'll sweet talk this asshole. Jagoff isn't answering. Oh, hey, there you are. Say, listen, what do you know about Flane here? Oh, good, thank you. Oh, I'll see you Tuesday.
What did he say?
Oh, we're going golfing on Tuesday.
No, about me.
Oh,
working.
you're good. Welcome to the firm.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, between you and me and the wall, there's an umere about Aunde Eisingsay.
I don't know what that means.
It's pig language. Oh. Hello. Yes, Flane's here. Oh, sure. It's for you.
Yes, hello. Fired. Okay, thanks.
What'd they say?
You're fired.
Fuck you! I quit! You put in 1 week and look what they do to you. Well, it's this damn downsizing. What are you going to do about it? I don't know. You just go out and have a drink. Well, I'll join you. I'm going for a double today. Oh, I'm joining you.
Okay, that's kind of... This is where David sits down at the desk and takes off his jacket and shirt. The same move.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we can stop it here. But,
so...
And Tom Kenny calls him and says, "You're fired." Anyway.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, yeah.
I guess they did a lot of your fired sketches, because I was also thinking of the "This Is Bullshit."
Yeah.
Which is that the same skit, the Tom Kenny, You're Fired?
No, that's a different. This is bullshit.
I was thinking that was the blow up the moon.
Yeah, it is.
Thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like right after they blow up the moon, and he says, "Hey, sir, look, they blew up the moon." So anyway, that we were watching that tonight. It was like this may be the most Python-esque Mr. Show sketch.
Yes.
Anyway, with all that said, yeah. Here we are, and
who's in the chat?
Let's take a look. Who's in the chat? We need a little music for that, you know. I know I'm not on here a whole lot. I know we're not on here much anymore, but some little jaunty little tune to go. Let's see who's in the chat. Sam cooking.
Oh, I was trying to figure out. I thought you said like a name, John T.
John T. No, John T.
Little
like
Tune. His last name's Little. I was like, is that some stupid parody
funny.
Song guy or something?
John T. Little Tune. I like that.
Folks, I had my usual half of an edible. So
okay.
You're gonna hear comments. I get comments like that from people all over the world. And then I send them $10.
Because I want them to use a VCR.
Well, by the way, folks, like I said, Mike conked out.
And
But,
also this. Yeah.
So he probably wasn't going to be able to do soundboards anyway because there was a situation with his charger for his laptop not working. And his battery was quickly draining, even though he wasn't even using this laptop. That's what happens when the battery starts getting old.
Yeah.
And he was going to try to participate as much as possible, but the aforementioned occurred. But I'm going to try to do some soundboard calls tonight.
That should be interesting. That should be Dos Equis Keep It Interessante.
I like it when they talk Mexican on them commercials for them Mexican beers.
Oh, man. Dos Equis, do you like having diarrhea? Then drink some Dos Equis with your meal. I don't know, maybe not.
I don't think I've ever had a problem with it.
Yeah, it's just one of those.
Not to order it.
Yeah, it's one of those beers I'm not a huge fan of. I remember going to places that had it on
beer
special.
That's advertised regularly on television. I don't drink.
Well,
sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I know. You know me. I have a natural aversion just to advertising, just to fucking marketing anything. So when I see that and
well, speak for yourself.
You're not irritated by? Are you not irritated by certain marketing techniques?
I watch the Super Bowl just for the commercials.
Then I'm sending someone to your house right now to kick you in the nuts. Anyway,
I remember like 10 years ago hearing somebody that I barely knew, not a friend, but like somebody that someone knew that you could go to, I'm sure you still can, go to the website or something. You can just watch the commercials.
Why would you? Oh, Jesus.
Because you're so put off by
a
sporting event being played that you don't even want to see snippets of it in between commercials.
When I think about, this is very apropos because I guess next weekend will be Super Bowl weekend. So this discussion,
and the Kansas City Chiefs participating in this event.
The Kansas City Chiefs, and I have something else that I'm going to play here. Let's see here. Because it makes me think of something else here. So I'm going to play this real quick. This right here. I remember this being a fan favorite of ours. Oh, it's just in the left speaker. Let's see if we can get one that's actually scary.
Not for me. I hear things.
Good loud.
Hey, that's great. But who are the chefs?
Not going anywhere for a while?
Great googly moogly.
Grab a Snickers.
You spell it.
Anyway.
Somehow I'd almost forgotten that commercial.
About Googly Moogly. I remember thinking that was kind of entertaining, kind of funny. And when was that? About 95 or 6?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what's funny,
right
I don't
probably
remember.
95.
Yeah, 1995 rings a bell. But what I didn't remember I didn't realize that the not going anywhere for a while went back that far. I thought that was a more recent.
That's what I was also. Yeah, I was just realizing that was like the first commercial that said that.
Yeah. So anyway, that was.
They're still doing that pretty much.
Yeah.
Aren't they?
Yeah. They may have gotten away from that, but
do you remember
just recently
the parody that Ari Spears was in on Mad TV?
No, maybe. Should I look that up?
I don't know if we want to even play it on the show, but
Well, you mentioned it, so
Nah, let's not.
I'm not finding it here.
I've probably looked for it, and there's.
Oh, is it? Is it a thing with him getting pulled over in a car?
Yes.
Okay, here I've got it here. It's a couple of minutes long. Let's just play it here.
Okay.
Hey there. Good afternoon.
Yeah, how you doing, officer? Excuse me for asking, but why'd you pull me over?
You were speeding.
No, I wasn't. I was at a stoplight.
His taillight was out.
Will
It's
Sasso.
impossible. This is a brand new car.
You fit the description. Now get out of the car.
What description? I'm
Get
not
out of the
even-
car.
Gonna be here for a while? Have a Snickers bar.
I guess there's another part to it here.
Hi, I'm Scott Seitz. I'm here for the
Okay, wait a second.
I don't remember there being a.
Oh, you
it's
know
like
it is.
another-
Yeah, it's a different commercial. Yeah.
NYPD Blue audition.
Okay, there's a script. Please have a seat with the others.
Dressed like a pimp.
Bitch better have my money. Bitch better have my money. Bitch, you better have my money.
Bitch, you better have my money, ho.
Bitch, you better have my money. Bitch, you better have my money, right?
Gonna be here for a while? Have a Snickers bar.
There's a third one here.
Well, it's pretty much the same joke.
Yeah.
Oh, you could play it if you want.
Excuse me, fellas. I was driving my truck up the road and I ran out of gas, so I don't wonder.
Gonna be here for a while?
Yeah, this
Have
is,
a Snickers bar.
That's like the cheering in that is just pretty fucking crazy. That's a comedy bit that probably wouldn't go over too well these days. But,
Yeah. Well, they could probably do it on SNL, but
yeah.
that's about it.
Anyway, so getting back to the Super Bowl and people that go, I just watch the commercials.
Yeah, which you were talking about something else, and an aversion to
yeah, well,
sales on.
Yeah, just having or to marketing techniques and stuff like that. But I was just kind of thinking, like, if you're somebody who just enjoys the commercials, the humor, and doing quotations with my fingers, humor in the commercials, then you're probably somebody who. I mean, you just have to pretty much be in love with like office humor, like people that kind of are mildly funny, but not really. They're not really funny. Like they're just office funny. You know, they're kind of
yeah.
They're just like, you know, it's like I always go up here and the coffee maker's out. I was like, what? There's coffee gremlins in this place, you know. And then like everybody in there goes, this guy. This guy and his coffee goblins or whatever it is. Anyway.
Yeah, or they're one of those people that's like, I'm thinking about one of those people that's like been told they're funny, and then
yeah, exactly.
They tell you like a joke that they would do if they were because they could be a stand-up comedian.
Right.
And then they tell it to you, and it's not even a joke, really.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Like, they just kind of tell some story that isn't really that funny, and it's not even in the form of a joke.
Right.
There's no, like, they don't understand that there are ways to do stand-up. It's not just talking into a microphone and telling stories that happen to be funny or something.
I mean,
I don't know.
You know, of course there are people who
if you're doing that, then yeah, like Henry Rollins or something, yeah, which he doesn't call it stand-up comedy, you know.
Yeah, he just tells stories or whatever. But
what do they call it?
spoken word.
Word or what is that? What they? Is that
yeah, spoken word,
okay.
which seems kind of that's weird because what else you gonna speak, huh? You just spoken
or
noise.
Kevin Smith, you know, like there's.
It's like what else you gonna say? Is a spoken noise? It's like you gotta get up there and go. I call this my spoken noise. Take a dog in the morning.
Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, Kevin Smith. Yeah, it's more of a lecture than a.
Well, and it might be funny, you know.
Yeah.
But they're not calling it stand-up because it isn't.
Yeah.
But anyway,
just because you make a bunch of boring people in an office laugh, that doesn't necessarily mean that you should go do stand-up. And so I'm just gonna crush your goddamn dreams right now. Stop trying. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
If you have a dream, you're gonna have to ignore it.
And get back to work, because Big Boss is coming in and he doesn't want to see no loafing. All right, so
is that a reference to something?
No, I'm just not really. I'm just just imagining working in an office with a boss who comes in and has a cup of coffee like Lumberg and shit. And
yeah.
Says, yeah, we're gonna need you to go ahead and stop trying to be funny. Anyway, so
that's my job.
Yeah. So Colin's here.
Love you.
Love ya. All the regulars are here. Here for the comments is here. Gary Busey Burger King is here. KBBB7's here. KBBB7's here. I gotta say.
I have a burger survey for you. I work for Burger King.
I work for Burger King.
Oh, sorry, I did that wrong.
Gary Busey. Burger King.
Okay. That's about the response time you can expect tonight on any soundboard calls that I do.
Gary Busey Burger.
Because I'm not used to any soundboards.
Well, it should be.
I just have some for occasions like this, just in case.
Yeah. Good stuff. So Gary Busey.
Luckily, they seem to work. I don't have the problems that Mike sometimes has. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, so KBBB7's here. Witty Name is here. And is that everybody commenting right now? Did I get everybody? Don Wong's here. BB is present. So, hey, welcome everybody. Present.
Well,
Jermaine.
When you were saying that so-and-so is here, it made me,
Oh, yeah.
It sounded like...
Murray doing roll call with...
No, I was thinking of something else. Something that kind of annoys me when you watch those Comedy Central roasts. Well, two things that annoy me. One of them is that, which they don't do as much now, I think, because it finally started getting made fun of, but like saying the dais as much as possible.
Yeah.
And somebody's on the dais or something, which always sounds like,
kind of pretentious a little bit, maybe.
A certain Falco song. But no, but the other thing that they still do is like, it's the roast of Caitlyn Jenner or whatever, but they want to make fun of one of the other comedians or something, or whoever's there. So they'll be like, Adam Carolla's here, and then tell shit about him. And it's not that it's not funny, but like it's just kind of like
it's a really tired setup,
a verbal crutch that they use too much on there.
Yeah,
but I guess it's just they probably have discussions about it, and they're like, well, we just need something to.
Well,
and
yeah.
Actually, from what I've heard, they heavily edit those, so they probably actually encourage them to do that, just so it makes it easier to edit.
Right.
Because those things take like hours, or several hours, and then they edit it down to 90 minutes or however long.
Well, and supposedly, it's just like, I don't think it's one person, but it's like just one team of. What is a ding? What's that? Is that you?
I have no, it's not here.
Okay.
Oh, it's possibly my Facebook Messenger making noise.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's some kind of a notification there. Anyway, it's not one person, but it's like a it's one team of like writers just writing all the jokes for everybody. It's pretty evident and one of them, which I don't remember which one it was, where Patton Oswalt was up there with like a stack of pieces of paper doing jokes and then pulling the paper and throwing it.
I'm pretty sure Norm Macdonald wrote his own stuff.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yep, on that.
No, I'm being sarcastic because it was very obvious.
Oh, that he didn't? Yeah.
That he did.
That he did, yeah. Like, well, that's what I was going to say.
Like, just a bunch of horrible or, really old jokes.
Right.
And that something was for the birds or something. He kept saying something like that.
For the birds, yeah.
It's for the birds there, eh?
Yeah.
I don't think I ever even saw that whole clip or,
Peter Lilly's here.
His set. I just heard about it and saw like a little clip of it. But anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know how we got off on talking about roasts. What was the deal with that? I would just trite comedy. I don't know.
Witty Names here.
Yep, Witty Names here.
Witty Names asshole is so neon green.
Yeah.
You can see it from Alaska. Or Sarah Palin can see it from Was that a good roast joke?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so it's just those are always so formulaic, and I mean, I don't know. I guess you could sit there and watch them and go like, "Oh, this is kind of entertaining" or whatever, just to see the different comedians. But it's very formulaic. It's always.
I enjoy them.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't not enjoy them, but they're very formulaic, and what's coming.
Like if you listen to Greg Fitzsimmons' podcast, his friend Mike Gibbons, who's a showrunner, and he does a lot of different shows, but like I know he did the last roast, so like he was on there just telling a lot of behind the scenes stuff, and yeah, it's like it's very planned.
Yeah.
But yeah, not surprising. And I do kind of miss the 25 years ago the Friars Club.
Yeah, the actual Friars
roasts,
Club ones,
which is what it used to be, but it was a lot looser and not so produced.
Yep, not so made for TV.
And it had old fart comedians that people don't want to fuck.
Alan King.
They would have people on the show that
like Alan King was
don't want to fuck.
Yeah. Alan King was always on those old Friars roasts. If you remember him, I'm sure he died at some point. He's not around anymore. But
yeah,
it's been a while.
Most of them have done a Mark Maron interview and then died.
Wow.
So that's probably part of why they're not, anyway.
Peter Lilly says Alaska is a prime location for asshole peeping, is it? And then he's got a little picture of a posy there.
That's not neon green. Or did I say yellow?
I think you said, I don't know, yellow, I think.
Well, I hear there are a lot of Alaska men in Alaska.
And if Kira was here, she'd play that clip right now.
Woohoo!
So Kira's not here. It's just me and Cody. Cody's gonna.
Mine.
Whoa. So Cody's gonna get into the Pran Funkels right now, or here in a minute.
And you were saying, what was it? Your the commercials.
I was just talking.
That.
Yeah, I think so. I might have been getting ready to say something else, and we went off on some other tangent, but. Just that if you're somebody who just likes to watch the commercials, then you're probably a big fanner. You're probably a big fan of the of The Office. People just telling dorky little jokes around The Office. No offense, and there's nothing wrong with being like that. But I mean, I work in an office environment, and you know what? I have my headphones in most of the time. But there's not a lot of people like trying to be jokey and and funny either. So might get on my nerves. But you just know when somebody's genuinely funny and when somebody's just like office funny. There's a huge difference, and some people can't really distinguish. But,
and you're not talking about The Office, the show, not being funny. Which, by the way, did you know that Bob Odenkirk was considered for the part of Michael Scott?
Really?
That's a fun fact for you, though.
Didn't know that. That would be really, that would be strange.
Which he could, I think I could see him playing that part, but it just would have been a different show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I think so.
Or at least his character would. I mean, I think he just wouldn't be as likable.
Yeah.
I think Bob has that kind of asshole dad thing about him or something.
Yeah, well,
I don't know.
Yeah, well, it's his Saul character. Yeah, he'd probably be more like that. And just kind of a smarmy fucker, which I guess Carell portrayed kind of a, I don't know. But
the first
he said
season, he's like way more of an asshole, and they sort of made a decision to
make him a little more likable.
Make him a little bit likable, I guess.
There's some 48-year-old moms who they don't like that character very much. Can we just tone it down? The audience really needs you to be to be better. Anyway.
No, it was more about making it realistic. I think.
Okay.
Like he was such an asshole. It was like cartoonish.
Okay. That makes sense. If you watch the British Office, which I've seen that. I haven't seen much of the American one.
Well, yeah. Also, the first season was more.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We're very proud of you. The first season, they were more sticking with trying to make it like the British Office, and then after that, they
made it more like a sitcom, and not like a mockumentary.
Like I mentioned earlier, the British shows have 8 episodes for 2 seasons, and then it's over. Yeah. So they had to have a different plan, I guess, than that.
Right.
Because it's the United States, and you have to make 11 seasons of every show.
11 seasons containing 24 episodes each. Yeah.
And again, we're not talking shit about The Office.
No, I mean, and
I'm talking. Well,
on the
I don't think we need to explain
on the subject of shorter series, with more content in each show. I mean, I like that better because there are a lot of shows that maybe I got in on the ground floor of. I was kind of like, hey, I like this, and then it went on for fucking 3 or 4 years, and I'm like, all right, I'm just done with this. So you see these
what show was that?
Oh, just nothing major. I don't know.
You're not getting specific.
Not really specific. One show that kind of came to mind was that 70s show. Like I remember enjoying the first couple of seasons of that, and then thinking like, okay, I'm kind of done with this. It's like,
what's funny is last night I was having a conversation with someone about that, and how when I've seen it in reruns, it just like in the last, I went through a period where I was watching a lot of TV, and
we all do that.
In the last year or so.
Did you watch Roseanne a bunch?
Yeah, so not the new one.
No.
But, I haven't seen any of. I mean, I saw some of the new one, but since it's Roseanne minus Roseanne, I haven't seen any of those. I don't think.
Yeah.
But which I'd like to. It's on TV and it's not like streaming, so.
Well, I think ABC has an app that streams it. You can watch the night after or the week after.
Yeah, if you have, they're kind of like they do the same thing that like AMC does with Better Call Saul. Like you can watch some episodes, but then some of them it'll make you enter your cable provider, which is interesting because it's ABC. It's not a cable channel.
Yeah, it's a free channel.
They want to make sure you're paying somebody some money to let you stream their show.
Okay.
Anyway, but I would see like reruns of that 70s show. First of all, I didn't realize it was on until like 2006 or 7.
You didn't realize it was It existed? What are you talking about?
No, I'm saying
Oh.
I didn't know that they were still making it in like
Oh, okay, yeah.
2000s. I thought it.
Yeah.
I always thought it ended in like 2002. You know.
Yeah. I mean, I think I remember seeing or hearing something about the final episode. And it was like 2006 or 7, right? And thinking
that.
like, wait, that show's still on? Like.
And then there were all these like characters that I wasn't familiar with.
Right. Yeah. Not to mention Eric and Donna were like 35 in real life, so it's like they're not really teenagers anymore. Go ahead.
Topher Grace famously left the show halfway through or something. You know what ended up being.
Yeah.
I didn't. I thought he left the show and they did like one more season, but
in a move that was
like halfway through,
similar to Ron Howard in Happy Days.
Or his brother.
Disappeared. Didn't Ron Howard leave Happy Days like in the 78 or 9? 1970.
And then it became the Fonzie show.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So anyway. So anyway, you were watching.
For one thing I noticed was the whatever the burger place they hang out at or whatever it is. In those later, maybe mid episodes, but ones I hadn't seen.
Yeah.
Mitch Hedberg is the guy.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Which I didn't know he did anything other than stand up.
Yeah, he's got a real 70s look, so he fit right into there.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess that's all I was going to say.
Anyway, yeah, so
Josh Myers was on it.
Oh yeah.
I guess they added all these characters because one person left the show, basically.
Yeah, it kind of branched out in its own little way there. Sure, a weird echo, but
what's funny too, and they would show like a season 1 episode and then way later episode back to back, but
I think
you certainly couldn't tell by Mila Kunis what season you were watching.
You could? Are you being sarcastic?
No, like
she just kind of looks the same. Yeah, that's true.
Still now.
Yeah, exactly. And you realize she was she was 14 when she started that show. She lied about her age.
Yeah.
She was 14 when that show started in 1998, and she told him she was 16 or 17. So anyway.
Yeah, and she learned English from watching The Price is Right.
Okay. That's interesting.
She was on, Letterman or Conan or something back crazy. Then, and said
that's one of those crazy stories that you hear, and it's just so weird that it's got to be true.
It's a fun fact.
It's a fun fact. So anyway, backing up to how we got on. Yeah, good night. Going back to what I was saying was like the British series that are fewer episodes but more story in them. It's like as compared to American shows that they'll just have on for like 15 fucking years and 20 some episodes a year. It's like you just start to lose interest and it just gets so watered down. I think for me with 70s Show, I think about 3 seasons in or something, it was like it started to become all about who's dating who and stuff like that. I was kind of like, that's not really why I watched this to begin with. For it to be like kind of a drama, like a soapy fucking drama like sort of thing. So anyway, I don't know, and I don't know. I watched it because I liked Third Rock from the Sun, and I heard they said from the producers of, and I said yes, I know that show.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, and like I said, first couple of seasons really good. Yeah, I think third season started getting a little fourth season probably started getting a little watered down. So anyway, all right.
Well, I think it remained somewhat funny. I just kind of got tired of it. after a while.
Well,
when it was on, when it was new, anyway.
If it had,
when it wasn't in reruns.
Let's just say if it had 4 seasons and it was over, I'd probably respect it a little more. I'd probably been like, well, and Third Rock from the Sun, I think, had 5 seasons, didn't it? Didn't they do 5 or maybe 6 seasons, and then they had like a definitive ending, and like all the characters remained, and it was just kind of like a nice, like, open and closed thing. But
nobody died.
Nobody died. They went and got a soda. They went for a soda. So.
Well, that show is in the same exact category. Like
you started to lose.
Stopped watching it after 2 or 3 seasons.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But I don't know how many.
I did watch the last episode and found it entertaining, just because it was last episodes are interesting to me. So
yeah,
if I could, we should do if we could do a show without it getting pulled on here of just showing last episodes and commenting on them. That'd be fun.
Yeah, that's something I think I've done on. Well, I'm sure I've done it on Netflix. Like
just watch
when they had
episodes.
Yeah, like watch the first and the last episode of a show.
Yeah,
like the first episode of Cheers or the first couple of episodes are really weird to watch because
sometimes they have like completely different makeup and hairstylists. People, so like the people don't even look nearly the same. Like,
well, just seeing Cliff Clavin, which wasn't really. I don't think he was officially he was kind of a background character, I think, at first, but just seeing him
Mr.
in
John
1980, Mr. Jonathan, there's rats in my burger. But seeing him, in it was 82 when that started.
82, yep.
Yeah, seeing him when he was like, he looks like he's my age or something, and you just think of him as a portly older man, but yeah, it's really weird.
You're talking about Cliff the Mailman? Are you talking about?
Yeah,
okay.
Jonathan Ratzenberg.
Okay.
Yeah, when you watch like the first episode of Cheers, he looks like young or something.
Well, he was. Weird. I mean, he was.
But then Woody Harrelson, of course, looks almost the same. That's another thing. Another mind-blowing thing is I guess he was the Mila Kunis of that show.
Yes.
Other than, losing his hair, obviously, but other than that, like he doesn't look. I don't know how old he is, but.
You talking about Ratzenberger? We can look him up.
Woody Harrelson.
I'm sorry.
You're not paying attention to what I'm saying.
Nah,
sorry. Are you falling asleep?
Well, no, I was actually reading a comment from BB. It says, little known fact, due to contract issues in season 4 of that 70s show, all appearances of Ashton Kutcher were CGI and voiced by Crispin Glover. I didn't know that. That's interesting.
That is a fun fact.
Hey, you! Get your damn hands off Mila Kunis. All right. Go ahead. Sorry. Sorry, I was just reading his comment, and then I got distracted. So you're talking about Woody, who came along in season 3, 4.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, because it was it pre-Coach dying or
he came along after Coach died. He replaced Coach.
See, that's what because I was thinking there might have been episodes no, surely not. The place is too small for 2 bar backs,
Yeah. Yeah, he came along. He was like the replacement after the actor who played Coach died. So, like after season 2 or something like that. So, anyway.
Well, now that we've talked about stuff that's nothing to do with prank calling for an hour.
Well, it's required. We're required by law that if we're going to have a show about prank calling, then we need to bullshit for an hour. So, where you still got some badings or something happening there.
Oh, I heard a bading. I heard
do you have a bidet? I went into the bathroom and I heard they have a bidet. Anyway.
Okay, so I don't know if there's anything. Oh, I was going to talk about some stuff, but let's just get to a call. Or are you leaving?
I'll stick around for
calls.
I'll stick around for a little bit. So I'll go ahead and you can do some calls.
Now, do you remember the last time we did this? Did we get through the old or the list, the number list that I had at the time, or was there much discussion about that?
The last time we did a show, just you and me, or that I hosted,
that we did that Kira wasn't on.
I think you're talking about like mid-December, so it's been a while.
Yeah,
and I don't remember.
Yeah, it would have been the
14th
of December.
Yeah, I know that because when I set up my software, this scene that I went to, Echo, the scene still had the old date in it. So
I was just wondering if we called all the numbers on that list, but
I'm not sure.
I might have gotten too fucked up to be able to.
Yeah, no, I couldn't tell you.
Distinguish that or not. Well, anyway, I might call some numbers off that list, but I've got a new one for tonight, as well as the usual stack of handbills that have phone numbers on them. And I got a thing in the mail that
those are fun.
We'll talk about later.
Omaha Steaks Day.
Well, the handbills were in the mail also, but they're, from the value pack of coupons. But this is a separate thing that I got in the mail. But we'll talk about that later. Okay, so let's make a Pran Funkel.
Okay.
Who here likes fudge and would like to hear a Pran Funkel? Would you like to hear one?
Yeah, me? You asking me personally?
Yeah, I want to hear live Pran Funkel.
Yeah, no, I want to hear a pre-recorded one.
Oh, I've got that. Okay. Where did my window go? Having some problems already, folks. No, not really. All right, let's call a 24-hour gym.
Hello? 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 We're done here.
You have reached Workouts 24/7 Fitness Center. If you are looking for additional information or if you would like to enroll online.
Information in addition to the nothing that you've already told me.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. Well, that's a 24-hour gym that probably isn't actually open, even though they're labeled as 24 hours. Well, I'm getting some badings here.
To turn off those notifications.
Yeah. Let me mute it here.
Yeah, you can turn off those notifications pretty easily. Go to the little gear there. Play some Gears of War. Oh, boy.
Well, that's proving to be a little difficult.
Hey, Wild and Crazy Cats is here, and that's the guy we talked to last weekend. Is that right?
I think
and he's
so.
He's an old listener that we talked to a long time ago, and I think we were all kind of tired, and I know I was tired, and I'd kind of forgotten that we used to talk to him, or we talked to him a long time ago. So I was kind of thinking about that, and I was like, well, I Hope I didn't come off like a dick or anything, but it was right before I left the show last Saturday, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So we were talking to him. So anyway.
All right. I turned the sounds off.
No offense, Wild and Crazy Cats.
Yeah, I think he was okay.
He says, "Hey peeps," and he says, "Oh, I want to hear one." He says, "Oh, Mr. Carter, I want to hear a Pran Funkel."
Okay, well, let's call another number here. See if they answer.
Like a dog in the morning.
Classic record, eh?
Hello?
Hello, and thank you for contacting our new facility, 24/7 self-storage. You can reserve your unit at any time online at the web address of www.www.self-storage.com. Please check our site for upcoming promotions.
Okay.
Please visit our site frequently.
I heard you weren't visiting my site. What gives?
Remember the old days when there wasn't like any kind of social media or anything like this, so you just kind of had to tell people like, "Come visit my site," and then just hope they did. Just maybe send an email or something. I don't know.
That was an interesting time.
Mm-hmm. You just put a note on it that says, "Hey, visit here frequently," and then you just hoped that they would have a reminder posted on their computer tower that said, "Visit Donnie's website. It's the 15th. It's time."
Visit the pit stop, USA 10-minute
Visit the pit stop. We've got a strange-looking lady on this commercial. She's got a really long, pointy chin. It looks like she could touch it to her forehead somehow.
Like
and
Mac
her,
her eyes are really far apart. Yeah.
A bit of a crescent moon shaped face.
Yeah. She was kind of like Reese Witherspoon before she grew into her face.
Yeah.
Remember when she was younger and she just had that really pointy chin, and then she kind of grew into it. There's people like that. Vince Vaughn, they kind of grow into their face. Tarantino, they kind of grow into their face as they get older. You know what I'm saying, right? Mainly, people with those
yes.
Those chins, those magical chins.
Those magical chins.
Those magical chins.
An educational film strip.
An educational film strip about
that's being shown to
chin.
You as a student at school.
You are a student. Here's what you look like. Bell bottoms, a very large belt, and a shirt that looks like someone splattered some shit all over it, but it's actually a design from the 70s.
And a bowl haircut.
You also have a
little bit poofy.
Also, everything is very crackly and strange in your life. You live in the 70s. And every gas that you put in your car has a lot of lead in it. So enjoy your child's birth defects.
There's lots of mercury and lead in your gasoline.
And in your drinking water. So.
It's good for you. Okay, let's make another call. I love hitting return in it, or enter, if you will, and having it not respond or respond. I had a plan for this one. Probably doesn't matter because they're probably not going to answer.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 0, 3, then press pound. Please enter your password, then press...
Nah, okay.
That's some weird shit.
That the answering machine honky.
Yep. The answering machine. It's Pennywise's answering machine.
Honky.
An answering machine for honkies.
Let's leave a message.
Yeah,
the name of this. This is the Mitt Man. So, yeah.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
Get it out.
The mailbox is full and cannot accept any messages. Goodbye.
That's one of the worst things to hear on Pran Funkels.
Yeah, god damn it.
Because we're planning on leaving a message if we're hearing that.
Yeah, well,
typically, and it's just so disappointing.
At the very least, you know, if you can't, you know that if we can't get through to somebody, we're gonna leave a weird message, and then that shit.
And then they go and take it all away from you. Okay. Well, so far, so no good.
Yeah.
People answering.
No plantering.
Yeah. Now this next one, so far these are, mostly gyms that are 24 hours allegedly that I've called so far. And this one I think is also that, but it wasn't officially labeled as that. So it's called the Ninth State Movement Complex.
Okay, and this is an exercise facility?
Yeah, I guess.
It sounds a bit like some kind of a movement. A movement, all right.
Hello, you've reached the Ninth State. All classes, open house, and registration information.
Record your message at the tone. When you are finished recording, press pound. To cancel, press star.
Hi. You sound like a real firecracker.
I heard a pood.
Dad.
I heard a pood
Dad.
noise.
Well, were you playing Rygar, Dad?
It was an answering facility.
Oh, okay.
No telephones, switch rooms.
My dad was interested in one of your classes. Which class were you interested in?
My glasses have semen on them.
Dad, we're on the phone. Dad.
I'm sorry, I had some questions
we don't...
sexuality for you.
No.
Dad. Am I gay? I'm going to bed.
Why did you ask me to dial this number if you didn't know? If you don't even know? Yeah, I thought you had a question about classes, not glasses, but classes.
I'm sorry. Yes, I have a question for those people at this class with the movement thing. I was wondering, am I gay?
What?
That's all.
Dad, this is fitness, right? I'm sorry, my...
Fitting this stick into your ass.
Okay, hey. Dad,
oh boy.
This is not... He thinks he's funny. I'm sorry.
Just kidding.
Have you been drinking?
I think it's funny to make fun of the gays.
Have you been drinking? I think he's been drinking. Okay, I'm sorry. When he sobers up, he'll probably... I think this was earlier today. He asked me to call you. Now, I don't know what's going on. So, I think he has a legitimate question, but he's too drunk to ask right now.
I have a question. Just a quick one. It's pretty much yes or no.
Dad, we can't
Am
be doing...
I gay?
All right. Call us back, 402-882-2083, and maybe he'll have his question. He'll slept it off by then and have his question. All right.
I slept it on with a man.
God damn it. Good.
I slept with a man.
Stop it. Go ahead and... Did you hang up?
Make me gay.
I'm All right. Press the button and let's hang up.
Pound it.
Go ahead
just
and...
like I did. I'm hitting pound. Does that make me gay? Good night.
All right, hang up.
To replay your message, press 1. To re-record your message, press 2. Mark this message urgent, press 3.
Yeah,
to
let's
mark
play
this
back.
message private, press 4. To send, you have recorded.
Hi. You sound like a real firecracker.
I heard a pood.
Dad.
It's very clear.
I heard a pood.
Dad. Well, were you playing Rygar, Dad?
It was an answering facility.
Oh, okay.
Telephone switch rooms.
My dad was interested in your classes. Which class were you interested in?
My glasses have semen on them.
Dad, on the phone. Dad.
I'm sorry.
It's funny. I was setting it up with that.
Yeah, we don't.
Sexuality for you.
No.
Am I gay? I'm going to bed. Good night.
Why did you ask me to dial this
That's
number?
a sign that you might be
No,
gay.
I don't even know. Yeah, I thought
As
you
a
had a
man.
question about classes, not glasses.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I have a question for those people at this class with the movement thing. I was wondering, am I gay?
What? This is, Dad, this is fitness, right? I'm sorry, my...
Getting the stick into your ass.
Okay, hey.
Oh,
Dad,
boy.
this is not... He thinks he's funny. I'm sorry.
Just kidding.
I think
it's funny to make fun of the gays.
Have you been drinking? I think he's been drinking. Okay, I'm sorry. When he sobers up, he'll probably... this was earlier today. He asked me to call you. Now, I don't know what's going on. So, yeah, I think he has a legitimate question, but he's too drunk to ask.
I have a question. Just a quick one. It's pretty much yes or no.
Dad, we
Am
can't...
I gay?
All right. Call us back, 402-882-2083, and maybe he'll have his question. He'll have slept it off by then and have his question. All right.
I slept it on with a man.
God damn it.
I slept with a man.
Stop it. Go ahead and hang up.
Me gay.
All right. Press the button. Let's hang up.
Pound it just
Go
like
ahead and...
I did. I'm hitting pound. Does that make me gay? Good night.
All right. Hang up.
To replay your message, press 1. To re-record your this message is marked urgent. To replay your message, press 1. To re-record your message, press 2. To mark message sent. To return to the audio.
Yeah.
Colored water and continue tonight. We showed some of these submitted pictures to you a little bit earlier. Residents in say they're...
That was interesting.
All right, let's try to make a Pran Funkel and get someone to answer the goddamn phone.
The GD phone.
Wait, what does that GD stand for?
Stands for...
I'm sorry.
I think it stands for the General Dollar Store.
Oh, okay. Yes, that's where I get most of my groceries due to the divorce. Yep.
You go there. You go to the GD store after you get a divorce. Yep.
Yeah, get divorced is what it stands for. I think you go to goddamn Dollar General.
All right.
And you could get Did you know you could get a whole box of Cheez-Its for only $1 there?
Oh my God!
It's 2.8 ounces of them.
I don't know what's more.
It's the same size box as the other ones. There's just only a fraction of the amount in it, and it's $1.
Oh, okay. It's
a good deal.
You could get. So in other
it's
words,
a bag that's mostly filled with air, and there's a few Cheez-Its at the bottom.
But what you're basically
$1.
saying was, why would you go to a regular store and get $2.38 worth of Cheez-Its, when you could go there and get $1 worth of Cheez-Its?
Well, no, I think it's more, to be more accurate, you get 8 cents worth of Cheez-Its for $1.
Okay, all this Cheez-It talk.
Yes.
Has got.
Let's just say I had a bad experience attempting to purchase Cheez-Its at a Dollar General store. Nick and Dog in the morning.
Classic rock all day.
Nick.
Classic rock all day.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go here soon. Just let you know. I'm getting tired.
Okay, let's try to make this call. Let's see if someone will answer.
Let's make this count.
Make that call now.
Thank you for calling Hotworks. If you know your party's extension, you may dial it at any time. For the operator, press 0 or stay on the line. To repeat this menu, press the pound key.
I think 0. Right? Or what? What's happening?
Sorry.
Please hold for Hotworks Bedford, your 24-hour infrared fitness studio.
Why are you in the bathroom?
Yes. I already played that part.
Hello, and thank you for calling Hotworks Bedford, your exclusive 24-hour infrared fitness studio. We are sorry that we aren't able to take your call at this time. We are either assisting a client or you've reached the studio during non-staffed hours.
Or in the
Our
bathroom.
staffed hours are Monday through Thursday, 11 to 8, Fridays, 9 to 6, and Saturdays, 11 to 4. Please leave a message, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Thanks, and have a great day.
Taylor?
Oh, hi. I'm sorry, there was a pundit that wanted to speak with you.
I'm not a... What are you... Sorry, let's just start. Can we start this? Start this way?
Were you Hayabusa? Go ahead.
Yeah. Down. Okay, can we start this over?
It's kind of a pundit. Okay. Really started over?
Fred
To listen to your message, press 1. To erase and re-record, press 2.
Add to it or
Then
actually
press
start
3.
over?
To send this message as urgent,
play it
press
again.
4. Please enter your selection now.
Play it.
Make your selection now.
Hello?
Oh, hi. I'm sorry, there was a pundit that wanted to speak with you.
I'm not a... What are you... Sorry, let's just start... Can we start this?
Were you Hayabusa? Go ahead.
Yeah. Down. Okay, can we start this
It's
over?
kind of a pundit. Okay. Really started over?
To listen to your message, press 1. To erase and re-record, press 2.
We want to redo
Then
that? Or?
press 3. To send this message as urgent, press 4.
Yeah,
Please
I don't know. What do you think?
Urgent message sent.
You just sent
Thank
it?
you for calling. Goodbye.
You said that nonsense.
It's a to be continued for them. They're just going to wait for these guys to call back.
All right.
The mystery guys that wanted to start their message over but got disconnected. Ooh, mystery guys.
Oh, 34 guy. Take it easy.
Water is yellow or brown. The city says the water is safe, but the issues have been going on now for about a week.
Really?
Our Melissa Steininger found some residents, on the other hand, who say...
Well, that was interesting.
And now, back to Pran Funkels.
I want to hear more about this water.
Water.
Some brown water.
Water.
Let's hear something about some brown water.
Order.
Let's hear about the individuals experiencing this brown water. What are their names?
What does brown water do to too many goddamn Quaker goddamn oats? Diabetes.
Stop damning those oats, Wilford, please.
Alvin damned the chipmunks to hell.
To hell.
Alvin and the goddamn chipmunks damned themselves to hell.
Yeah, too bad. Too bad we can't hear that clip with Casey.
Let's just sit here and impersonate clips that Kira would play.
Yeah, let's do that for the rest of the night, huh?
Or Mike. Okay. Well.
All right.
Let's see. The next number, I'm pretty sure we can get somebody to answer on this one.
I hope so.
It's not a fucking gym.
Is it a goddamn up-tempo gym?
Hello,
Yes.
you've reached your Rite Aid pharmacy at 122 McGregor Street.
Fart
Your Rite
Town,
Aid store is open
USA.
24 hours. Protect yourself with a flu shot at Rite.
Protect yourself.
If you would like to speak with someone in the pharmacy, press 1. If you have a general question or need information about store merchandise, please hold while I transfer your call.
Rite Aid Pharmacy, that's been speaking. How can I help you?
Hey. Hello?
Hi. Hello?
What? Hey.
Rite Aid Pharmacy?
I don't understand.
You're the one who
Do you
called.
understand this?
Do you have a question for the pharmacy?
I need this burger.
Do you have a question for the pharmacy?
I don't go to Burger King.
I said
don't
pharmacy.
understand.
Pharmacy, not Burger King. Pharmacy.
I don't understand what you need.
No, you're the one who called me. I should be asking you that.
Yeah, Gary Busey is an actor. I understand who the man is.
Okay, call me when you have a question for the pharmacy.
I'm an
Thank
actor. This.
Do-do-do. That's how long it took to respond.
Oh, wow. It took a long time.
Well, how would you grade me on operating that soundboard?
That's pretty good. That wasn't bad.
You have to memorize where everything is.
I know, yeah.
Effectively.
It was some funny random shit, like just her going, no, it's not Burger King. Then maybe you need to call back and just go, Gary Busey.
Don't call back.
Like you're trying to get a hold of Gary Busey at the Rite Aid in the middle of the night. I was at the Rite Aid.
It's time for a Pran Funkels.
Do you have it?
Kick it.
I don't have it. I don't think.
But I'm
Okay.
busy dialing the numbers, so kick it, call back.
Hello, you've reached your Rite Aid Pharmacy at 122 McGregor Street. If you would like to speak with someone in the pharmacy, please hold while I transfer your call.
Rite Aid Pharmacy.
Gary Busey.
Okay, what about him?
What do you need?
You said, what do you need?
What do you need?
Can I help you, sir?
What do you need? Do you understand this?
No, I don't.
For what? I'm here.
Where are you? I don't know where you are. You're calling
You're an
me.
offensive person.
Which person?
This is stupid.
This is Rite Aid. I'm not sure if you're trying to reach somebody, but this is Rite Aid.
I'm here at Burger King. I have a burger survey for you.
I don't need a burger. This is a pharmacy.
Hello?
Okay? You
I
got the
don't
wrong number.
go to Burger King. What are you, just stupid?
That's funny that it's kind of surprising that she's actually making an attempt to talk to this guy because he's very, very abusive sounding.
Oh boy. Let me see if I have the Larry soundboard just out of curiosity. I thought I did.
Hello.
I guess I don't. Okay. Well.
Hey, you can save that and maybe call it back later. 3 calls in a row usually no good. That'll get them where they don't answer your number anymore.
Well, you know what they say. If you don't try 3 times in a row, you can't strike out. So only try things twice, folks. That's the life lesson.
I thought the phrase was 3 on a match, you end up in the booby hatch. Do you remember getting these weird little tapes of cheap, weird old cartoons when we were kids from some store or something, and it was like it was a cartoon called The Superstitious Cat or the Stupid-stitious Cat or something like that. And it was like,
yeah.
He was like, oh, and
something from the 70s or something.
No, it was like from the 40s or 50s. It was a really old cartoon, or older than that even, maybe. Yeah, but the tape we got was in the 80s. It was like the Kids Classics presents. You remember that, right?
Yes.
So I remember that opening.
Yeah.
I remember that cheesy opening, but like it was a superstitious cat, and like this mouse was torturing him because he found out he was superstitious, or a bird was torturing him or something, and so the cat was like the cat, he made the cat walk under a ladder, or he started to walk under a ladder and he stopped, and then he went, and then the cat was like, if you cross under a ladder, your days will be sadder and sadder, or something like that. Anyway, so it was like all this rhyming shit throughout the whole thing, and like one of them was like the mouse or bird or whatever, like lit
One of them phrases we used to say.
Exactly, yeah. So like the cat, he threw 3 cigarettes in the cat's mouth, and he lit all 3 of them on the same match, and he said, the cat was like, 3 on a match, you end up in the booby hatch. Like, what is that? That's a bad luck thing to light 3 cigarettes on a match? I don't know. That's
also, what is a booby hatch?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know.
That's what I was wondering.
I'm gonna look.
Again, it's one of those things as a kid, I watched it and I was like, well, this is something I'll understand when I'm an adult. And now I'm thinking, maybe there's nothing to understand.
Okay, here we go. Let's look this up. So the booby hatch may refer to...
I was going to say, in that very cartoon, it's highly probable that there's a cartoon character that ends up in blackface at some point.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Okay, so
definitely on that tape. Okay, if not in that cartoon. But anyway, go on.
So this says a booby hatch is a raised framework or hood-like covering over a small hatchway on a ship, but it also, and that doesn't make as much sense as this, an offensive slang term for a psychiatric hospital. So basically, you'll end up in a nut house.
Okay.
If you like,
maybe that
booby hatch. That's the booby hatch.
Maybe I remember hearing that explained to me when I was 5 years old or something.
Yeah.
So there's like 400 slang terms for mental institutions.
Yeah, mental institution. Yeah. Shit, is mental institution, is that phrase considered to be offensive now?
No, they don't exist, so it can't be.
Yeah,
anymore.
Well, they do in movies.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
There was one in Norman, Oklahoma.
Yeah, I know. I remember.
well, like, it was always referenced locally.
Yes.
Like, you need to be a Norman.
Yeah. So.
But
all right.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know if that one is even still there.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Let's make a Pran Funkel.
Well, there was some kind of a, like, somebody, like, I don't know, like there was somebody, something bad happened like 7 or 8 years ago or something like that, and then it's a health, some kind of a health in quotes facility. So.
Okay.
Something bad. Somebody died or something there. So.
All right. You want to do a call,
Yeah.
Patrick?
Me? I'm not doing a call.
Want to talk to somebody?
I don't do calls, but I might make a weird noise or something in the background. I don't know.
Well, do you want to talk to the audience for a minute, or do you want me to play a clip?
Oh, do you have to step away?
I have an informative clip I could play.
Yeah, sure. Let's hear. What do you got for clips tonight?
And I'm going to be urinating while this goes on.
Oh, well, that's good to know. Thanks. Oh, it's an educational film. Oh, boy.
Innocent enough, doesn't it? Lots of young people hitchhike. Seems like a good way to get from one place to another.
Of course.
But sometimes there are dangers involved that never meet the eye. So no matter where you meet a stranger, be careful if they are too friendly. One never knows when the homosexual is about. Let's take the case of Jimmy Barnes. Jimmy played baseball all afternoon, and he didn't feel like walking home, so he decided to thumb a ride. He'd done it 100 times before, and he didn't think anything was unusual when the driver struck up a friendly conversation. In fact, he seemed like a real nice guy. What Jimmy didn't know was that Ralph was sick, a sickness that was not visible like smallpox, but no less
cancer?
Dangerous and contagious.
Oh, God.
A sickness of the mind. You see, Ralph was a homosexual, a person who demands an intimate relationship with members of their own sex. So no matter where you meet a stranger, be careful if they are too friendly, if they try to win your confidence too quickly, and if they become overly personal. One never knows when the homosexual is about. He may appear normal.
Oh, God, there's a homosexual, run!
That's it. That's the whole thing. All right. Thanks a lot for that.
Be very afraid of...
All right. Well, I guess Cody's... That's a long piss he's taking there. So, uh-oh. I just heard something. Something slipped out.
That was a flushing of the toilet. That wasn't my urine splashing into the water, folks. That would just be a little off color. What color do you say? Green. Because that's what color my urine is. Little fun fact.
Yeah. That's
I just
get that checked out.
I picture when I listen to that, I picture Rick Moranis like pooching his lips out, and Jimmy played baseball. The way he like pronounces, or should I say doesn't pronounce the B's. Baseball.
Jimmy played baseball.
When the homosexual is about. Let's take the case of Jimmy Barnes. Jimmy played baseball all afternoon, and he didn't feel like walking home, so he decided to thumb a ride.
Okay.
He decided to thumb his ass.
He's definitely holding a cigarette, and when he was talking about Jimmy played baseball.
What the fuck is that? Like, that's insane, man.
And actually, when I was looking at that clip closer to 2 years ago than 1 year ago,
right?
That's actually, I mean, it's only like a minute and a half. It's severely edited down. There's like longer versions of that film strip on YouTube.
Right.
And it gets, I mean, you get the point from that clip, but there's more about the sickness in it.
Yes. Yeah, that's...
The point is, just don't trust anyone ever, because they might be gay.
Right, yeah, it's just...
Yoo-hoo! Why don't you join us? Come on, we're going antiquing.
You three back off. I've got homophobia.
We are sensitive to the needs of those who suffer from homophobia. So in our new San Francisco, we got rid of the dirt but kept the pansies by creating Bachelorland.
Woo! Bachelorland! Bachelorland! Where a man can be a man. Working out! Losing fat! We got 70 stores full of bric-a-brac. Bachelorland is for mom and dad. Work it, work it, work it, work it. Woo!
Wait, this is from SpongeBob?
What?
That sounded an awful lot like SpongeBob singing there.
Tom Kenny, yeah. All right, man.
I heard Squidward was good.
He was gay. There was a bunch of U's in the gay there. G-U-A-Y-U-A-U-A.
Let's see, what's the acronym for... We might have already talked about this on the show.
W-M-H-A... W-M-H-A-T-A.
I said of, didn't I? Did I?
What's that?
We might have. Well, I was saying we might have, but I pronounced
it's
might. Made it sound like
it's might have. It's not might of.
Yeah.
You know that.
I know, but it sounded like I was saying might of, and I would not disrespect the English language by doing that.
So we might have what? What is it exactly?
Talked about this on the show already, or before, either one.
So the acronym is Huntatosa.
Huntatosa.
Yeah.
And now I forgot what it was.
Wumhatosa. We were talking about the
SpongeBob.
Jimmy played baseball. Yeah. You were talking about that.
Talked about
that guy, and then I played the homophobia thing with Tom Kenny. And you were saying, sure, sounds like SpongeBob.
Yeah.
He's wearing a SpongeBob jacket.
Wearing his SpongeBob. That's also, that falls into the aforementioned category, as do a lot of things that I probably say on this show. In fact, just like a kid told me in 2nd grade, did you know that Bob Barker died a long time ago and they're just using old tapes of him?
What?
Yeah.
How is that even possible? Like, and this is when you were in 2nd grade, so this would have been like,
I think I had questions for him, and I think
like,
he
nope.
explained that like it was video footage, but they just like
that would be great.
Well, I don't know. I think he said it was like tapes of his voice.
That would be so funny. That would
playing over. So like, I don't know. I'm trying to go with this conspiracy theory, but that would mean you would have to like whatever contestants you had on the show that were pretending into a green screen, I guess, that they were talking to Bob Barker, like whatever their name was, it had to be changed to something that had previous, a name.
Yeah, exactly.
A contestant previously had.
That's why there are a whole lot of 20-year-old women named Helen and Linda, I guess.
But you know how when you were a kid and like some kid would just tell you some stupid bullshit, but they were so convinced, they were very convinced of it themselves.
Yeah, they had like talked themselves into it.
So you'd kind of believe it, and that was the thing that like I came home and I told our parents, maybe you also.
I don't remember this.
I was like, yeah, and it was this kid, one of my friends, and I just said that he said Bob Barker died. I just said what his thing was, and
so
everybody laughed.
Yeah, it's funny. That'd be great if that was that was really the case. That'd be fucking insane.
It was probably something I brought up at dinner, but everybody was like, "No, that's ridiculous."
Yeah,
But then after that, I of course would watch The Price is Right and like really examine Bob Barker to see if there was some funny business going on.
I mean, Bob Barker is still alive right now.
Yeah.
You know that.
So is that one of those? See, I always assumed that was one of those Richard Gere gerbil stories.
Yeah, you could put it in that category, I guess. Except for.
Does anybody else remember that one? That, you know, one of those stupid stories that somehow got passed around the entire United States.
Probably. I don't know. I never heard it.
Before the internet existed.
I never heard it, or I don't remember you telling it. But that's pretty hilarious. Just to think of, like, a tape, and it's funny because with today's technology, somebody could do some shit like that where they would just like piece together a bunch of stuff, but it'd be funny.
In a way,
it was like kind of herky jerky.
In a way, he was ahead of his time. He was thinking ahead. Maybe he works for Pixar or something now.
Yeah.
Maybe he works for not John Lasseter, because that guy showed his dick to somebody or something. I don't know.
There's a lot of that going. A lot of dick showing going on these days. A lot of Weinsteining going on. All right.
A lot of CKing.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Okay.
An ongoing issue.
What?
Yeah.
Water.
Water. Mm-hmm.
It's an ongoing issue.
Water.
Order, water.
It's the beginning of a Thundercats episode is coming on right after that first commercial break.
Thundercats are on the loose.
What?
Anyway, all right. What were we doing?
Yeah, I don't know. What were we
doing? A show.
Wait. Oh, snap out of it. Again, doing a show. And I keep saying I'll stick around a little longer.
Well, I was just going to give just a little update.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it's probably not even necessary. Well, in a nutshell, the Pran Funkels basement is officially moving at this point. It's very official.
Right.
And
there
was some bullshit involved.
Yeah.
Did you just hear that booger whistle noise?
I heard something weird. You didn't have to tell me it was a booger, and I would have just thought it was a weird noise, but thanks.
Well, it made a non-booger noise.
It's like a
yes, exactly. Yeah, sounded more like a what do you call them? Farts?
Yeah, I think that's what they're called. I think that's what you call them. I think that's what most people call them. But it sounded a little bit like, isn't there like a gauntlet noise of there's like a ghost or something?
Yes. Yeah, when you use the potion, I think it makes a noise like that.
Something like that. Yes.
I had some backup reverb from the nearby drum set in the Pran Funkels basement. Anyway.
So yeah, this is official. You guys are getting the fuck out of there. Then that's good.
Yeah, and
it's good.
I there's a whole situation now. I've touched on this before, and I'll make this short, I promise. But
much like Louis C.K., you touched on it. Oh my God.
Yeah. So take it out. Just kidding.
All right.
Just kidding. I think he's got a pretty big dick. Okay. I've probably mentioned that there's a management company at this house, and that I'm renting. Have I mentioned that? And like when there's an issue, it takes at least a month for anything to be done about it, because there has to be this whole good cop, bad cop routine with the management company and the owner of the property, whom up until today I had never actually spoken with.
Which is kind of weird, yeah.
So yesterday, I was at work and I received a phone call from the management company that I think when the individual made the call to let me know this, they thought I would be more surprised, but I wasn't at all. They notified me that they're parting ways with the owner of the property.
Okay.
And, basically they didn't know exactly how things were going to work at this point.
Wow.
And our lease isn't up for a couple of months. So anyway, then we get suddenly a bunch of texts from the actual owner, and he wants to talk to us on the phone.
Okay.
Saturday today at 4 p.m. And obviously we'd already we're not going to renew our lease, of course, because of the fucking stupid ass driveway situation
and other things.
And speaking of which, and the trash, they're putting their trash in front of our. I'm not going to tell the whole story, but just an update on that also. They once again put their trash in front of our house again this week. And it somehow got picked up. I don't know if it's being picked up by accident or if they called the city and said, yes, I'd like to walk across my backyard through a gate into the backyard of the house behind me and then all the way between the houses and through their front yard and place my garbage in front of their house. Can you please pick it up there? Because
it's completely,
I don't want to do something that they ask me to do, because that means I'm their bitch, I guess.
It's completely ridiculous. That whole situation is completely fucking ridiculous.
Anyway, so this highly anticipated call happened today, and I recorded the whole thing. Not good audio, really, and I'm not going to play the whole thing because it would be boring, because it's like 30 minutes or whatever. But the amusing thing about it is the guy. Well, a couple of amusing things, but the gist of it was the guy pretended not to know anything about the driveway situation or the trash or any of it when, obviously we told the management company, and his whole argument was like, well, he wasn't arguing, he was trying to act nice, but he claimed to not be aware of it at all. Which is funny because a legal document that he actually wrote up about the driveway that we requested happened.
Right.
So, and that was brought up, at which point he acted like, oh, well, yeah, there's that, but that has nothing to do with, like, I didn't know about this driveway. Anyway, it made no sense.
Yeah.
But the other amusing thing about it was his voice. When you'll hear, I didn't put him on speakerphone immediately.
You're gonna play a little bit of this, I guess.
Yeah, just a little bit, just enough so you can hear his voice. And the audio is not great, but he sounded exactly like someone. So let's see. Let me
see. This is for us to guess, I guess. And I heard this already, so.
Patrick heard this already, but he didn't actually guess it right off the bat. But yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this is Cody.
Hey, Cody. This is Claudio, and
Okay. Well. To me, he immediately sounded like Dudley Hall.
Yeah.
And continued to sound that way for the rest of the call. So it was kind of distracting. Like I was kind of smiling the whole time, even though it was an unpleasant conversation. And it's not interesting to listen to, nor is probably this whole story. But that was just, I wanted to play just a snippet so that, the audience could hear
right.
Dudley Hall.
Right.
What were you guessing that I thought he would sound like, or what I thought he sounded like?
I don't remember. What did I say? It was somebody we know. Was my first guess, and then I said somebody. And then I said somebody else, right? But I don't remember who that was. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, that's pretty much your update on that. There's a very unpleasant, confusing situation that I'm in now. So it's been a very interesting, well, I guess stressful situation. I mean, moving sucks to begin with, but moving when you have a kid sucks more so. And then have this bullshit, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep, that's it's a bad situation.
The big concern would be getting our deposit back, but and then, well, I don't know. I don't need to go into the whole story, but not knowing, it's almost like this triangle that's going on now. Like, we're talking to both parties and not, we're not sure who to believe, although I'm not leaning towards the one who sounds like Dudley Hall, I guess, on stuff. But anyway, back to the show.
Okay.
All right, are you leaving?
Not yet. I'll make it an even 2 hours, and then I'll. Peter Lilly says Mojo's in-laws.
Water.
Water.
Water, water, water.
Water, water, water. Okay. Are we ready for the next call?
I'm ready. I don't know about you. I am ready.
Well, sounds like you're quoting Jason Hervey. Villashez.
Roll! Or whatever he says. Roll him! Bryce
What?
Well, it's when you're talking about the Pee-wee's Big Adventure thing where Jason Hervey's losing his shit and going like, I am ready! I have been ready! And then, he goes,
okay.
Roll! He says, roll him. Right,
I thought you were impersonating Hervé Villachez.
No.
I was like picturing him saying that.
The scene is pre-adolescent Jason Hervey, and
yeah, now I know
before his voice changed. Yeah. This little shithead kid in Pee-wee's Big Adventure. So.
Right. Okay. Well, it's time for Byron Allen to say his catchphrase.
What's that?
I think you can tackle this.
Coming up next.
Coming up next.
The Entertainers, and it's kind of funny you mentioned Byron Allen because he produces a whole bunch of, maybe not a whole bunch, but he produces a couple of shows that are like on like daytime TV now. Anytime if I got to stay home or something with a sick kid or something, like I just kind of flip through and it's like there's a game show that it's like a game show with a bunch of comedians, and speaking of those roasts, it's a bunch of pre-written jokes that they.
Yeah.
It's like you have to tell whether the comic is lying.
It's kind of like comics leashed.
Yeah, exactly. But the comics, like they state a fact, and you have to decide whether they're lying or not. But there's always a wacky joke before they say the whole thing.
To tell the truth type of thing?
Sort of, yeah. There's a dais of comedians. It's a lot like a roast, kind of, except but they've got
John O'Hurley.
Elaine.
Okay.
Anyway,
yeah, he apparently Byron Allen has a lot of money and just
just makes shows and does stuff.
Yeah.
So there's that,
From what
and
I've
then
heard.
there's comics leashed. Yeah. So.
Are they still doing that?
I don't know. It seems like there's a couple of like daytime shows that it's like, oh, he produced, and it's all like CW stuff, you know. So, and then like, but one of them is that comedian thing, and then it seems like there's another thing that I'm like, oh, yeah.
Comedians and girls getting on me with Jerry Seinfeld.
Jerry Seinfeld.
I'm getting all over your go.
That's what it's like to have sex with Bertha. It's just, I'm coming. I'm coming.
I'm rubbing my gums on something.
I hope you're enjoying that.
Coming up next, I got this thing in the mail, and it's almost creepy because on the back of it, it's like a postcard, and on the side that has the addresses, it also has like a picture. Maybe from Google Maps Street View, maybe not, of my house.
It's just a...
And it says, above the picture, it says, I want to buy, and then under it has my address. And on the back it says, or the postcard side of it, there's some wacky cartoonish drawings, and says, is it time to sell? Sell it to Bob. Fast, free, easy, cash offer. Better call Bob today.
Okay.
So I thought we could give him a call.
Better
I got
call
this
Bob.
Within the last week.
And just be like, act like
that
really...
sounds like someone who needs a Pran Funkels.
Just be like, I want to know why you took a picture of my house. Why did you take pictures of my house? Oh, did you? And then if they say something about Google, just be like, I don't know what that is. I don't have a computer or something. I don't know. Just be like really upset about a picture being taken of your house without your knowledge.
Should I speak like Walter White Jr. when I do it?
That's funny because I wasn't really doing. I was just trying to be a dimwit voice or something, like just somebody who's kind of.
By the way, breakfast.
He just says,
"Can I get?"
It's a question. It's just a one-word question. Breakfast.
Breakfast.
How'd you take this picture of my house?
And folks, we're not making fun of people with
cerebral palsy.
Yes.
Cerebral palsy, yes.
We're just simply impersonating a character. Actually, just fuck you if you want to try to make
I was just doing a dimwit voice. I wasn't even really, I wasn't really attributing it to anything. No. Yeah, I was just I was just a dumb guy. I wasn't. He does my dumb guy character doesn't have anything but dumbness. That's all he has is he's a real dummy. He's a classic dummy, you might say. He's the town shithead.
Okay. Anyway, not trying to offend you, but if you're trying that hard to be offended, then fuck you anyway. Let's make a Pran Funkel.
Alrighty.
Better call Bob.
Better call Bob.
Weetabix.
Thank you for calling. We're sorry we missed you. Your call is very important to us.
I think it's time for our Pran Funkels.
Call back.
Hello. Your Rite Aid Pharmacy at
No. Try again.
It's doing that again.
It's old. It's up to its old tricks. The old dial a number from 10 or 40, 30
actually,
minutes ago.
no.
Oh, okay. That was your...
The reason that happened is because I pasted the number, but I never copied the number. So I went back to the last number that I copied. So that makes sense.
All right.
Does it make sense to you? Did I explain that?
I guess.
I manually entered the phone number off of this postcard. So I never copied it.
Oh,
so
gotcha.
then
Okay.
when I thought I was calling him back, I was actually calling the previous number.
Okay.
Thank you for calling. We're sorry we missed you. Your call is very important to us and we'd love to speak with you. Please leave a message and we'll get back with you shortly.
Act like
Thank
you're
you.
mad about that, or should I?
Please leave a message after the tone.
Redo it.
You did.
Yeah. Yeah, hello? I guess I'm leaving a message. I want to know what's the deal? I get this postcard in the mail and there's this picture of my house. I'm like, what? Did you drive around and take a picture of my house? Because I don't know if I'm okay with that. You know, I'm very privatist. I'm a very private type of person, and I don't. Sometimes I might be undressing or something, and I just like my privacy. So it's just kind of a little bit startling that I get this postcard and look at it, and it's just a picture of my house, and it says you want to buy my house or something. And I live here for 35 years. You know, I don't have any plans to sell the house, so I'm not real sure what you're doing driving around taking pictures of the house and putting it on a postcard for the world to see. Did my neighbors, did they get that same postcard with my house saying that you want to buy it?
For years, you've seen Paul Newman undressing.
Hey, baby, turn that off.
Now you can see Paul Newman.
Hey, turn that off. Can you turn that off? I'm sorry about that. Hey. So if you, I'm sorry. Somebody had a record going or something. I don't know what that was. All right. So you want to give me a call back? You can call back this number. It's on the number, the thing there. So I'm just a little bit startled. It's a strange marketing technique, I think. So
4 great recipes for 4.
All right, turn that shit off. All right.
Great.
I'll talk to you later.
Fresh tossed salad.
All right, turn that shit off. Can we turn that off, please? All right. Go on and hang up the phone. Hello? The motherfucker's taking pictures of my house and put it on a goddamn postcard.
Okay. I hit pound and it just like hung up, I guess.
Okay.
Or maybe it was hanging up
I don't know.
simultaneously.
I don't know how that voice just ended up morphing into I don't know, that a kind of angry older black man or something.
David Cross doing.
Yeah. It's David Cross's, yeah. So that was his
legendary maple syrup.
The legendary maple syrup. Oh man.
Okay. Well, how are we doing?
All right.
I think I have too many. Oh, getting an echo. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
For years, you've been watching Paul Newman undressing.
Ooh.
So
I have? When was this? I don't remember this. I don't remember
Canadian version, I guess.
Yeah.
Now they're even better dressed than the guy who created the dressing.
That was, I guess, the Burger King in Canada slogan. We're gonna make you love us. if it's the last thing we do.
Because that's how
we know you love us deep down, Sally.
That's how you fall in love with. That's how you make somebody fall in love with you.
We're gonna make you fall in love with us, Sally. God damn it. We're gonna be outside your window, watching every night. We're gonna make you love us.
Yeah.
Burger King.
The food's still gonna taste like shit. Yeah, that's true. But you're gonna love us. We're gonna make you. We're gonna force you to love us.
Taste the meat.
It'll be it'll be one of those whatever you call that, where a hostage is taken for years and then they begin to fall in love with their captor. What's that called?
Stockholm Syndrome?
Yeah, it's going to be like that at Burger King. Stockholm Syndrome. Very good. Thank you. Is this still a commercial we're recording?
I work for Burger King. Burger King.
All right. Peter Lilly says, those house buying solicitations are part of a scheme to recapture the American colonies following Brexit. Nice.
Well, they need to do a better job at answering their goddamn phones.
After business hours.
Also, I'm looking at there's a website at the bottom of the postcard.
Mm-hmm.
And the letters that they've chosen to capitalize, it's like completely random.
Now what? Like, just on the print?
Just on like their website. They've made it as confusing as possible because first of all, there's a lot of L's and I's. So when you're like changing up the capitalization,
what is
maybe just to try to make it look wacky, I guess maybe was the idea, but it just makes it really confusing.
Huh.
It just seems like a bad idea.
It's confusing me just even talking about like why would you fucking do that?
My
So
first thought was when they made the graphic artist, quote unquote, maybe his cat stepped on the caps lock while he was typing that part of the postcard, and then nobody proofreads any fucking thing anymore.
Did you have a cat step on your your motherfucking caps lock get stepped on by a cat? Is that what happened? Your cat step on that, and then you were like, "Oh no!" And then you just left it.
Leave another message.
No.
If we call him back next week, maybe we can do that. By the way, there was I think I promised a Pran Funkels expose of something that's on a cassette that I would like to. I'm pretty sure I'm in possession of. Well, we're not ready for that yet because I haven't had time to find the cassette.
Okay. I don't know.
Stay tuned.
I'm gonna stay tuned.
You know what I'm talking about? It's that
stay tuned
line of lyrics that was that whole portion of a song that was removed.
Oh yeah.
Did you found the cassette, or you're still looking for it?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm waiting to talk about it on the show until I actually have the cassette, which contains. Tom Saltermeyer refers to it as Exhibit A.
Yeah.
And there are no other exhibits. Just sometimes in a public bathroom, I like to walk around with my dick out. That's a little bit of an exhibition.
Okay. Do you like to?
Tom Saltermeyer.
Do you like to?
Pretty hard dick.
That was like one of the original. I think is that the first Tom Saltermeyer call that you?
If not the first, it's one of the
very first where it's like some woman who was. She had like a Craigslist sex ad post, it was something like that. She was looking for people to fuck anyway or something weird. And
whatever it was, that was the subject we were talking about in the call.
You were calling, and she was kind of like, calling you on your bullshit, and then you kept saying PhD, and she's like, yeah, I know PhD, and then you said it stands for pretty hard dick, and then she got and then she got really excited and interested in the call suddenly when you said pretty hard dick. So that's an old classic call. So,
yeah, that's one of those I haven't heard in a long time, probably since around the time it happened, but it has stuck in my memory for all these years.
I'm not even sure where that name came from. I think I just typed that name into the chat, like Tom Saltermeyer, PhD or something.
No, I think I was just pretty sure I just said it.
Okay.
Just randomly. And then it became a character.
All right, yeah.
As Balky would say, where do I come up with these? Is that the quote?
Where do I don't know.
Something like that. He'd say, where do I come up with these?
Oh, okay. Huh. I don't remember that. I don't think I watched enough of Perfect Strangers for that.
Well, when he, made a hilarious joke, he would say that afterward.
So, we've had some people ask, and I guess I guess Percy's not joining us tonight. We haven't heard anything if he is.
I don't know if he is or not, but
we didn't hear anything from him this week.
If he shows up, then we're still doing the show as always.
Well, I'm gonna have to go like really soon.
And I probably will not be going late enough that he would be awake.
Did you hear a weird like pink noise?
Oh, that was just Howie Mandel's rubber glove popping off of his head.
Of his head when he blew it up with his nose. Anyway, you were saying you probably won't go. But anyway, there's a lot of people are asking what the avatar is, and I don't know. Like, is it an angry pumpkin? Like what? Red pumpkin or a tomato? I thought my first thought was it was from the Killer Tomatoes video game or something like that. But it's
not.
Yeah. And sorry, I don't know why I brought up Percy, but that's yeah. I don't know. Do you know what that is? I guess was Percy asking what that was? Somebody was asking what that was, or somebody in our chat. I don't know.
Yeah, it was on the show. I thought.
Yeah. Anyway, so the guy who does that is Harry Yak, and he's might be listening. Who knows right now? But and so
I assumed it was a killer tomato.
A killer tomato. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought too. So
but I don't know.
It's it's red and it's got a green thing there. So yeah. Makes sense. Anyway. All right. Hey everybody, thanks for listening. We've got 16 actual people listening. That's pretty neat. Peter Lee says the avatar is her ladyship Chrono-chan. Yes. I would agree with that, and I'm getting tired. So, I'm going to go soon.
It's my lady, I'm gonna go. And I'm gonna gum in it. Real yarn.
Yeah. We know.
I'm gonna gum real yarn.
Ooh, is that what you floss with? You floss your gums with real yarn?
I floss my gums and my other gums down lower.
Bertha just takes out her dentures and goes to gumming.
Yeah, I don't have any dentures down there.
I'm gumming so hard. Do you feel it? I'm gumming. Oh, God.
But it's not teeth. There's some white discoloration, but it's not from teeth.
Boy, I really... I don't want to think about Bertha in that light. It's like I don't want to think of Bertha in that light. If I am having anything to do with her in that manner, it's going to be completely dark in the room. Am I right?
It's going to be in a dark room where I'm developing all the photos I've secretly taken of Bertha.
While we've been fucking in the dark. Yeah. All right. So,
I'm getting in your night room.
Please don't. All right. So we got. I'll probably stick around for another call. So.
Okay.
And then you can go as long as you want. And then and end the show. And then you'll just make sure you give me a call or something. I don't know how much longer you're gonna go, but
okay.
Maybe go another hour or something. With two, it's hard to do a show with just like two people like this. I know Kira's done like some solo shows and stuff like that. It's not, you know.
Yeah. Well, we were gonna have Moja have the mitt man help him find his mitt, but unfortunately they didn't answer.
Help me find my mitt.
Should we try him again? It didn't seem like they were gonna answer.
Yeah, it's. I mean, you know, it's up to you.
I don't think they were gonna answer. Okay, so we left off with the Rite Aid on the list, I believe.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Tom Bosley here.
It makes me think of the calling Bosley and like, this has nothing to, the guy who was just like, it has nothing to do with Tom Bosley. Oh, Tom Bosley is an actor and he died. Yeah.
Well, they had some very rude customer service last week with them and Percy was on.
Yeah. Oh, you mean
like
2 weeks ago? It would have been 2 weeks ago because I was on last week, right? Unless he came on after. He didn't. Did he come on after I left?
Yeah, he did. Well, yeah, we didn't think he was going to, but he definitely.
Well, shit, I didn't know that. I thought he was busy last week.
Oh, did you not answer the phone or listen to the?
I can't because of the
show.
Stupid
or
ass.
Answer the phone.
Yeah, I
Well, you
answered the
did
telephone.
download it.
Yeah,
the night before.
Yeah, I know. I could download it on my phone. I have a newer phone, so I could just do that. But I'm like, I just like
phones.
Well, I just like the.
Download.
Yeah. Well, you know, our shows are like 200 and some megs, so on a phone, on an older phone, that's probably a lot. But
that's the whole SD card.
Yeah. Grandpa. So you got another number here before I go?
Yes.
All right. Let's
do
my last
call.
Hope you've enjoyed just Cody and I talking, and not a bunch of clips tonight.
Good evening, Red Arrow Dynamics. How can I help you?
Again.
Excuse me?
Again. Hello?
He's like a child who wants her to say it again. Again, yes.
I think it's
Answer
time for
again.
Pran Funkels.
Is he masturbating? He's like, again, say hello again.
To Fonz and Richie.
Oh, I
Red Arrow, Manchester.
Again. Do you understand this?
I'm sorry, what's up?
What do you need?
You want an order for takeout?
What do you need?
Hold on one second.
I'm here. I need this burger.
Hey, how's it going?
Hello?
Hi.
I need this burger.
What are you trying to do, sir?
I need this burger.
If you need a takeout, you come in. We'll get your food for you.
I have never worked for Burger King.
Okay, but if you want to order takeout, you can just come in. We'll
Gary
take your takeout order.
Busey is an actor.
I
Gary
can't
Busey,
understand. I can't. Sir, I'm not following you.
Gary Busey
Okay, I'll see you when you get here.
is
Thank
an
you.
actor. That what process has been what?
Okay.
Gary Busey's an actor. I just need to tell you this. What is the processes? Like, I've never heard that one. Is that just the one that nobody ever uses?
Process has been what?
I don't think I've ever heard that soundbite used.
The what process has been what?
What is that the name of it?
I'm guessing it's in response to something I said that didn't quite make sense.
The what process is what?
That call was probably uploaded on our channel.
That call. What were you? You were telling him that Gary Busey's in his attic or something because we were talking about that weird Gary Busey movie where he's sneaking around in an attic looking down
in your house.
I'm looking down through the vents. Yeah.
That's if you could pinpoint that episode which was probably 3 years ago or something, maybe not that long ago, but 2 or 3. That was, I think, a classic episode in Pran Funkels history where the Weekle Whoppers occurred and the Hider in the House Weekle Whoppers discussion and all that.
Hider in the House?
Hider
in the House. Is that the name of the movie? Hider.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like it was, a 7-year-old kid wrote the title.
He's a hider in the house. Look out. He's just hiding in the house. He's a hider.
That's something backwards that drop the ball.
Drop the ball. Drop the ball.
And is it cool?
What is it?
Cool it. And is it
Cool It, Canada.
Canada. Cool it. Oh boy.
What?
So was that the steak burger place or something?
No.
I have just some other 24-hour restaurant.
We won't be calling them 1,000 times tonight and staying on the phone for, I don't know how long it actually was, but when I listened back, it seemed like 45 minutes of
what?
The lady had like at the steak burger place, she'd obviously just like set the phone down.
Oh.
And you could hear people in the background, and I just like stayed on for way too long.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, sorry about that, folks.
Speaking of that, I'm going to go ahead and sign off here, and you just let me know when I need to end the show. Just give me a call.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
call.
I'll do that.
Yeah, call me because a text might not wake me up if I'm asleep. So I'm going to sign off, and hey, thanks for listening, and keep listening, because Cody's probably going to do, I don't know, another 30 minutes or an hour or something. Like I said, we're extremely short-handed tonight. Kira's not here.
And it's been a long day and a long week.
Mm-hmm.
And
a long month and a long year.
Didn't get a lot of sleep last night, and lots of other stuff.
Yeah, I'm there with you. Oh, I'm with you.
We do appreciate our donating people,
yeah.
Our donators, our donors.
Donors.
Yes, thank you for donating organs to Pran Funkels.
Yes, thank you for being an organ donor. We took that spleen that you donated and we turned it into cash. I was thinking about those commercials the other day.
Yeah. Sell it for cash.
Sell it for cash.
Are those online somewhere? Those are probably 20-year-old commercials.
No, those were not quite that long ago, but
sell it for cash.
Yeah, it was usually for, a house. Right? And that's what they were trying to buy for cash.
I think it was I thought it was like a pawn, like a national pawn thing or something. Like you got some shit lying around you don't want, sell it for cash. Like lawnmower.
I'm pretty sure it was
cash.
properties.
Was it? Let's see.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure. But the guy kept saying cash in the commercial. All right, let's make another Pran Funkels.
Okay. Well, and I'm gonna say goodnight, and just give me a call. Okay. Give me a call when you're ready to end the show. Okay.
All right. Well, Papa Smurf is gonna say, "There goes old Challenger."
There goes an old. What's the opposite of a Challenger?
Charger.
Somebody who doesn't challenge you at all. There goes an old.
Dodge Dart.
Okay. All right. Good night, everybody.
And get all my clothes at Kmart.
See you on. I'll see you on Friday night when we play a game. Okay. Game night.
Love you a lot.
All right. Love you a lot. See you. Good night. Give me a call when you're ready to end the show, and I'll come back and end the show. Okay. Bye.
Okay. Well, folks, coming up next we have a very interesting number. I'm not sure how to describe it, but I think we'll just see if they actually answer. Probably not worth talking about what it is. Just dial in a number.
Good morning, 24. How may I help you?
Hi, Wad Podler.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, we just had a couple of problems that we needed to speak with you about.
All right. What is your name?
Oh, my name's Daryl. Can you talk to Ryan? He's really the one in charge around here. Hang on, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello?
Hello. I assume that you know my name. Ryan.
Ryan, what is your last name?
Hello. Hello.
Well, she hung up. Let's give her a call back.
Good morning, 24. How may I help you?
What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm sorry?
Hello. What?
Hello?
You're breaking up a little bit. PhD, a doctor.
I think it's time for a Pran Funkels call back.
Good morning, 24. How may I help you?
Hi, Tom Saltermeyer, PhD. How are you doing, ma'am? Are you okay?
I'm all right, and you?
Well, I'm just calling on behalf of the Bulb Orbisons Incorporated development. Are you familiar?
No, I am not.
Well, Bulb Orbisons serves the community in a way that really is unmatched. Literally 14 green Griefusons are smeared every 5 seconds, thanks to the Bulb Orbisons. Do you understand?
Okay.
Now, would you like to support this Bulb
No,
Orbison?
have a good day.
Well, it needs your support. Ah, she hung up. Let's give him one more call back.
Good morning, 24. How may I help you?
Trying to sell me bullshit and things like that. So I'm a good person. What? Hello.
Okay, she hung up. I barely heard her say something behind the soundboard. It was either sounded like thank you or fuck you. I'm not sure. Anybody hear that? Well, I'm not seeing anything in the chat. All right, I guess we'll move on because she's instantly hanging up. Guess I can close the Zoom chat because it's just me now. I love you a lot. Wanna fancy ya. All right. Let's call it Denny's.
Thank you for calling Denny's. We're always open, serving our guests 24 hours a day, every day of the year. Order anytime at dennys.com. To place a to-go order by phone for pickup or delivery, please press 1. To speak to a Denny's team member, please press 2. To repeat.
Okay. Well, that's convenient. Let's give him a call back.
Thank you for calling Denny's. We're always open, serving our guests.
It's a Pran Funkels. Have your phone off the hook to begin with to avoid receiving Pran Funkels. Have your phone off the hook. Anyway. Okay. Well, would have assumed that Denny's would answer, but they're one step ahead of me. Okay. Let's try a certain convenience store. Okay. Well, let's try this one.
Hello, you've reached your Rite Aid pharmacy at 50 South Willow Street. Your Rite Aid store is currently closed.
Okay. Well, I'm glad it was listed as 24 hours. Coming up next, we got a gas station, and I'm going to stare at the sign for a while, if you don't mind.
Cumberland Farms, how can I help you?
Is this the Cumberland Farms gas station?
Yep.
I just was wondering if I could ask a question.
Yep.
I hope you wouldn't mind, but I would really like to come just for a while, stare at your gas station sign for a while, if you don't mind.
Well, you're pretty far away. You're calling from Kentucky.
I go on road trips, I take my RV, and I have my wife's Hummels, and I just visit gas stations.
Well, hooey.
It's a fun thing to do for a retired gentleman, if you don't mind. Are you there, ma'am? Oh, you hung up. Let's give her a call back. Hello? Darren Dugu. I was at the Cumberland Farms gas station today. I bought some Skittles and some beef jerky that was made out of bison meat. Mind if I stare at your sign for a while? It's kind of my thing. Are you there, ma'am? Hello? It's a Pran Funkels. Hang up, call back. Is this a pickup sit there? Well, goddamn you. All right, let's move on. Well, at least we cleared that up. He definitely does not have permission to stare at their gas station side. Not even for a while.
Circle K Holden, this is Chris speaking. May I help you?
Hello.
Hi.
And actually, who is calling?
Who is calling?
Hi, this is Dudley Hall.
You know, you called the Circle K, Neural Holderness?
Yes, I think that we were disconnected.
Nobody called from here. I've been the
You
only
need to
one
call
here
us
since
back
10
within
o'clock.
24 hours. The reason I called you was because you had submitted an application to work at home with our company.
Who has?
I'm calling you back about the application you submitted to work at home. We represent a global company,
Okay.
and we have
I don't
thousands
know
of
who you're
clients.
referring to,
You
because
need to call
this
us
is
back
a
within 24
convenience store.
hours. This is Dudley Hall.
No, well, not from this number.
That's all. We need to schedule your interview.
Okay, one more time. I did not call. I'm at work.
I'm calling you back about the application you submitted to work at home.
One more time. What's the name on the application?
Please grab a pen and paper. Just take some notes.
Okay, go ahead.
To ensure you get your interview scheduled, you need to call us back within 24 hours.
Okay, who is the name on the application?
Dudley Hall.
Well, I mean, this
We
is a
have
convenience
thousands of
store.
clients.
There's like 14 employees that work here.
You had filled out an application. Anyways, I'm not. Do you want the interview or not? You had filled.
Okay, I did not call or fill out any application for a job working at home
You need to
because I'm
call us
working
back
at
within 24
a
hours.
convenience store right now.
Please grab a pen and paper. Just take some notes to ensure you get your interview scheduled.
Okay, go ahead.
We look forward to speaking with you today.
Okay, if you're not going to tell me the name of the person
me-
on the application, how am I supposed to give the message to that person?
Because you called me, I have to actually get your information up on the computer here.
All right, what time was this call supposedly made?
If you don't want to interview, there's nothing more to discuss with you.
Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.
9600 760 386 5900.
Circle K Merit, it's Steve speaking. Hello?
Well, shit. Folks, I don't know how long you couldn't hear me, there for, but I thought I was unmuted and I apparently wasn't. So seems like I was just talking for a while there and you probably didn't hear me. So sorry about that. Anyway, let's make another Pran Funkel. Well, I guess I'll call this guy back since he didn't hear me.
Circle K Meredith, Steve speaking.
Is this a Circle K?
Yep.
And you have gas? Gasoline? I'm sorry, I forgot to enunciate the other two syllables of that word and you hung up. Doo-doo-doo. I was just making sure there. All right, let's give him a call back. Folks, I think he might have flipped the clear plastic ringer off. That's where the term flipping us off came from. Okay. Okay. Well, not getting a lot of... Well, we're getting some answers finally, but gonna keep trying here. Love you a lot, Pran Funkels listeners, and well, want to fancy you, but we're not ending the show yet. Okay, I got another number here in the list.
For calling. This call may be recorded for quality assurance. Please hold while we connect your call.
It's a great day, Mr. Ritter Plumbing and Neighborly Company. This is Rachel speaking. Hello?
Master?
Hello? Hello?
Okay.
Oh, I can hear you now.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Yes?
So you've reached Mr. Ritter Plumbing.
You don't need to talk to me like that. I don't deserve it.
Oh, I'm not trying to. I couldn't hear you. I do apologize.
Are you a client of ours?
Sorry, which company are you with?
Miss California.
I'm not sure. We're Mr. Ritter Plumbing.
Master?
Mr. Ritter. We're a plumbing company.
No.
Were you looking for service at all?
Okay. Well, I'm sorry about that, and I don't know what to tell you, but thank you very much, because the phone rang and I answered it.
You have a great day.
I did not call you.
Thank you. I apologize.
The heart. Chris, California. I'm sorry for bothering you, and I've explained it very plainly to you. Must be a mistake. You may keep your foul mouth to yourself. You're being rude. It's a cleaning and disaster company.
Thank you. So I do apologize. I'll let you go now.
Okay. There must be something wrong with the phone lines. You're being rude, and I've explained it very plainly to you. You're being rude. You may keep your foul mouth to yourself. I'll be glad to help you, but you don't need to talk to me like that. I don't deserve it. Can I help you with something? Sir. Ma'am. For heaven's sakes.
Okay. Well, it's very hard to tell when someone hangs up, especially when I'm doing all this at once. So I had to keep clicking back to this window to see if she hung up, and she was still on for a long time there. So she didn't hang up until sometime within the last 30 seconds or so. Okay, let's try this number.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Ooh. The 34 guy likes that goodbye. I like my goodbyes like I like my bed. Sharp dressed and log. No, not log. Log. Sharp logged bed. It's a long goodbye to this sharp dressed man. And speaking of bed, Baghdad. Private investigator. That's the rest of the title of that show.
Okay. See if we can get a cruise related call going here.
Thank you for calling Princess Cruises Reservations Department. Our office is currently closed.
No.
Please call back Monday through Friday from 5
for
p.m.
fuck's sake.
or Saturday and Sunday from.
Okay. Probably put that in the pile to throw away. I think I've called that one already. Folks, we're getting deep into the pile. I don't know if you can hear it, but Okay, here's a good one that might answer.
You've reached Stuck's Heating and Cooling. Our office hours are Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m., Saturday, 7 a.m. to noon. We're closed on Sundays. If you've got this message during that time, it's because I'm helping somebody else. Please leave your name and number, and I'll get back with you. Thank you.
Nothing has been recorded. Record your message after the tone.
No, forgot
Simply
I was
hang up
muted.
when done. Or for delivery options, press the pound sign.
My name's Gary, and you left your Briar's Platuck in Keith's back seat. We didn't want to have to, deal with it, but not sure what we should do. I don't want to just throw this Platuck away. Know what I mean? All right, give me a call back. It's area code 402-882-2083. And my name's Carl.
To replay your message, press 1. To continue.
My name's Gary, and you left your Briar's Platuck in Keith's back.
Your message has been sent.
Shit.
Thank you for calling. Goodbye.
Okay, I really wanted to add to that and say something like, "Oh, my name's Carl and Gary. It's both names. I go by both." But of course, it had to hang up when I hit pound. So there goes that. Well, let's give him a call back. Maybe he'll wake up. There's some Crackling Oat Bran on the line. Crackling Oat Bran in your phone. There's Crackling Oat Bran in your phone, son. What's all this Crackling Oat Bran I'm hearing?
You need mobile service?
Here, I keep hearing Crackling Oat Bran in my speaker. You hear that? He hung up. Let's give him a call back.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail box.
Let's give him another call back.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voice.
Well, he might still have his phone recovering from the hang-up situation. Or is it an STV?
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail box that have not been set up yet. Goodbye.
Okay. Well, let's see. Let's move on to the next one here. This also looks like it's a potential answer situation.
This call may be recorded for quality purposes.
Yardley Free Gutter Company. We are either on the other line helping a customer or it's after our normal business hours. Our normal business hours are Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and on Saturdays by appointment only. If you could, leave us a message with your name, number, and address, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks, and have a great day.
Hi, this is Symbol Base Tree Pecan, and I really need to hear back from you by Tuesday because Aunt, she's coming over and we're going to have something that we really need your services involved with. She's thinking about it, and we pressed 4 different lubricant buttons, and nothing's happened yet, but we're trying to be optimistic. Just to be honest with you. Okay, just give me a call back, 402-882-2083. Usually law. Okay, I think is it hung up? Okay. I hung up because that was obviously a really old answering machine. And I tried pressing buttons anyway. Guess what, folks? It didn't do anything. Here's another handbill phone number. This might actually get somebody to answer because it might go to a cell or home phone.
This call may be recorded for quality purposes.
Hi, calling movers. We are currently closed, but your call is important to us. Please press 1 to leave us a brief message, and we will return your call as soon as possible.
Thank you for your call. Please leave a brief message, including your name and phone number, and a mover support member will return your call as soon as possible.
At the tone, please record your message.
Yeah,
when you have
got
finished
the gist
recording,
of
simply
the
hang
whole...
up or press pound for further options.
Hi, my name's Garfield Gregerson. I just was trying to call and leave you a message about the situation that my grandfather has found himself in. To be honest, your system, your voicemail is a little confusing. I wasn't sure when I was going to speak and have it recorded so that you could hear it later. And I don't know, it seemed like there was a lot of talk about beeps. And there was all this buildup, and then the actual beep, I barely even heard it. It was less than a quarter of a second. I'm sorry, I have a little bit of a OCD or something where this is not important information. I just need you to call me back at area code 402-882-2083. And we'll try to get this figured out because I need to get my grandpa moved away from this thing that's really causing problems. And I don't think I need to go into it right now, but let's just put it this way: when you pull into a Wendy's drive-through, you should have all of your faculties about you, and you should know what you're doing. Okay. I don't know. Maybe I've said too much. Just give me a call back. Thanks.
To review, re-record, or add to your message, press 1.
Okay.
Urgent, press 2. To mark your...
Hi.
Hi, my name is Garfield Gregerson. I just was trying to call and leave you a message about the situation that my grandfather has found himself in. To be honest, your system, your voicemail is a little confusing. I wasn't sure when I was going to speak and have it recorded so that you could hear it later. And I don't know. It seemed like there was a lot of talk about beeps. There was all this build-up, and then the actual beep, I barely even heard it. It was less than a quarter of a second. I'm sorry. I have a little bit of a OCD or something where this is not important information. I just need you to call me back at area code 402-882-2083, and we'll try to get this figured out because I need to get my grandpa moved away from this thing that's really causing problems. And I don't think I need to go into it right now, but let's just put it this way: when you pull into a Wendy's drive-through, you should have all of your faculties about you, and you should know what you're doing. Okay. All right. Maybe I've said too much. Just give me a call back. Thanks.
To re-record your message, press 1 and begin recording after the tone. To continue recording where you left off, press 2 and begin recording after the tone. If this recorded message is okay, press pound. To review, re-record, or add to your message, press 1. To mark your message urgent, press 2. To mark your message private, press 3. To send your message as is, press marked urgent. To review, re-record, marked private. To review, re-record, or add to your message, press 1. To unmark your message urgent, press 2. To unmark your message private, press 3. To send your message as is, press pound. To review, re-record, or add to your message, press 1. To unmark your message urgent, press 2. To unmark your message private, press 3. To send your message as is, press pound. Your message has been sent. To send a message to another subscriber, enter the area code and phone number of the person you are
Urgent. So urgent.
I had to subject you to hearing that Irish lady tell you the options for a few seconds at least there while I found that clip. Now, folks, I sort of organized my Pran Funkels files. I guess it's been over a year ago or close to it at this point. And really haven't had time to continue to keep things organized or, go back and fix things that might need adjustment. So it's kind of hard for me to find clips right now. Also, it might be that I'm a little bit high and a little bit drunk. Perhaps that factors in. And also, there's this.
Water.
Actually, that sounds like one to grow on when it pans out of the screen, that whole thing. Yeah. Well, I'd like to make some more calls. I do need to urinate. So in the meantime, I'm just finding a clip to play. Here's one. I'll be right back. Pran Funkels.
4 people are sitting on a park bench. A black man, a Jewish gentleman, a Hispanic gentleman, and a bigot. The black man reaches down, takes a lamp out, rubs it, a genie comes out. She said, my God, I've been in that lamp 2,000 years. I'll grant each one of you any wish you want. What do you want? And the black man said, I want all the black people to go back to Africa and live in the beauty of that land, peace and harmony, no more poverty. Just boom, you got it. He disappears. You're next. Mexican gentleman said, I would like us all the Mexicans to go to Mexico. Same exact, boom, you got it. Jewish gentleman said, I would like us all to go to Israel and have no more problem from the Middle East. Just live in the beauty of that. Boom, you got it. Says the bigot, what's your wish? He says, let me ask this. All the blacks are in Africa, all the Jews are in Israel, all the Mexicans are in Mexico? She said, yes. He said, I'll have a Diet Coke.
That's a joke.
See, that's funny.
Yeah, that's good.
Because it's a Diet Coke, not
right.
a Coke.
No, that's not why.
That's
not
what
why
I think. I think that detail makes it very funny.
Yeah, of course it
does. I think it adds
But he said it has nothing to do
with it.
with
Well, he doesn't know.
Yeah, I clearly don't. I just read the news.
Okay, folks. Well, that was a lot of urinating that I just did. Now, I am going to have to leave soon. I do love you a lot. And, in fact, want to fancy you. Are you surprised? I bet you're not. But I bet in the back of your mind, you're just thinking the one thing that you would say to me if you're right here in the Pran Funkels basement with me under this romantic, some fluorescent and some fluorescent made to look like a light bulbs lighting. In other words, blue and kind of orangish romantic lighting. I think you'd be telling me if you were here in person, make that call now. So let's make a call after I drink this delicious beer. That's okay. Oh, I need to finish this beer. That's pretty good. Do you like listening to me drink beer, folks? Okay. Well, folks, I've kept Zoom open just in case our old pal Percy from overseas shows up and pours his whiskey over the Weetabix in the morning. But at this point, it's almost time for me to go. So I haven't seen KBBBBBBBBB7 in the chat. Hope you're still doing okay. KBBBBBBBB7. Love you a lot. Gary Busey Burger King. Love you a lot. Jacoby's Bunghole. Here for the comments. Peter Lily, Wild and Crazy Cats. Gary Busey Burger King. Love you a lot. Let's make a call. Okay, here we go.
Brian.
Yes, it's Grand Bash. 16.
You what?
Yes, are you there?
Yeah.
It's a garage door.
Yeah.
A 16-ounce shake spilled on it.
A what?
Is this Ryan?
This is Brian.
Well, 16-ounce shake. And it won't open or close now. My wife put it in the cup holder. 16-ounce shake.
What does that mean, a 16-ounce shake? I don't know what that means.
Well, my wife spilled it on the opener.
Oh, she spilled a shake on her remote?
Well, 16-ounce shake.
Can't she close it from the ball pad?
We don't have a ball pad.
Well, you got a
Family-sensitive
door
ball
button or
pad.
something on the inside of the opener that can close it.
Well, my family's a little bit sensitive to the newscast. 16-ounce shake.
What?
I said my family's a little bit sensitive to the newscast.
What does that mean?
Well, just all in all, it's a fact.
What do you mean sensitive to the newscast?
It's a family-sensitive news burger, and it's a 16-ounce shake. It's got all over the place. All in all.
You realize it's 3 a.m.
Well, it's not that late.
Yeah, it's 3 a.m.
No, I don't. I see fear.
What?
I can still see fear at this point on the family-sensitive news burger.
What the hell?
16-ounce shake. Are you there, sir?
No, I'm gonna hang up.
Well, all in all. Okay. All right, well, I think that's about it, folks. I love you a lot. Want to fancy a
No.
all in all, I'd like for you to end the show. 16-ounce shake.
Okay. We'll come take care of that for you.
All right. Good night. Thanks for listening, folks. Love you a lot. See you next week.
Oh.
He'd done it 100 times before, and he didn't think anything was unusual when the driver struck up a friendly.
I am 100% confident there are no public health risks to the public water system. As far as he says, his water rates have nearly doubled over the past few months.
In fact, he seemed like a real nice guy. What Jimmy didn't know was that Ralph was sick, a sickness that was not visible like smallpox, but no less dangerous and contagious, a sickness of the mind. You see, Ralph was a homosexual, a person who demands an intimate relationship with members of their own sex. So no matter where you meet a stranger, be careful if they are too friendly, if they try to win your confidence too quickly, and if they become overly personal. One never knows when the homosexual is about. He may appear normal.
The city says it's working to resolve the situation and is taking comments at their main office building. In